That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't stop. Keep it going.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. You are tuning into the Wiley Show. We are here. Let's get it started. Well, I was waiting on my friend. I love her dearly. Shout out to her. She decided to go to Smoothie King to get me a smoothie because she's heard yesterday I did not eat. So she decided to come over. Well, she texted me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna bring you some Smoothie King. What kind of flavors you want?" And I'm thinking she around the corner, but she want to go everywhere. Now let me tell you. Then she want to come over and bring me a shirt. She brought me over this shirt to wear. Then she want to sit down and she got her mask on and she want to talk and all that type of stuff. And of course, she can't come over here and talk because I'm self-quarantined, right? So we sit down, so she talking, listening to her. I said, okay, I got to start my show. It ain't going to take about 5 minutes. And with her, 5 minutes is 45 minutes, okay? Like, all right. I'm like, all right. So is that it? So she went around and doing some other stuff. And then she about to say she about to go get me some other groceries. All that good stuff. I love her, but she can talk. I got to start my show. Okay. So she came over and she brought me some Smoothie King, right? And she brought me over this shirt to wear. So let's get into the video. It's good to have a friend, especially a beautiful, beautiful friend like her. You know, maybe we could date one day, but I rather prefer to have her friend because she does a little bit too much. I prefer her as a friend because we couldn't date. We couldn't date. She talk a little bit too much. She but she nice. She nice, but she can talk. Baby, if she call you, get ready. You ain't getting off that phone until 6-7 hours because she got a long, lengthy story. All right, but we ain't gonna be at a date. We could be friends. We could be friends, but no. She beautiful woman, but I don't see myself dating her. I hush up. Don't know all that talking. I'm trying to think. I can do my show. Sit down somewhere. I can't talk like that because she can box and she take a little boxing courses. See, I can't talk to her. Say, sit down, woman. She'd have been and hit me in my eye because growing up, she was rough. When she kick you, baby, you feel that kick, and she can fight. She ain't no weakling. So I can't be aggressive with her. Like, woman, sit down. She'd have been and knocked me out. I'm already crippled. She know my weak spot. She know a spot in my ankle. She used to hit me on my weak leg. And I used to hit like that. I just knew I was gay. It's just a certain way. They just knew I was gay. Had her hit me in my leg. And I was like, ew. I hit a little, ooh. She the only one that can make me go, ooh. She is to hit my leg. It's a certain way she can hit that leg and have my leg just jerking. It's a certain way she can just wally wop my leg. She know my look, a certain way she can hit my leg. Okay. She watches the show. Now she told me don't talk about it on the show, But I had to, because today she was, she was talking, you know what I'm saying? She was excited to, we haven't seen each other in a long time because I've been doing my show. And of course, we can't go out. I'm self-quarantined. I can't do anything. And then nothing we couldn't do. But beforehand, we used to go to the movies. Y'all, I'm not going to say on camera because it's like the people that's really, really dear, especially a woman, I don't put her on camera. I can't. Because there's too much stuff on this internet. And I want some privacy stuff for myself, Putting these people on camera, they can become a click and a view. And everybody can't handle, getting talked about. Maybe her hair ain't together. Maybe her this ain't together. Maybe that ain't together. You know what I'm saying? And when women come on camera, it's different than men because men, we are not that self-conscious about how we look. We can look any kind of way. Look at that. I got a little hair right there. I'm okay. I come on camera, but a woman, they want to look good. Their hair got to be good, and women get criticized a lot. So that's how that goes. So that was my introduction of my smoothie. Mm-hmm. I think she got it too because it was $5. Now, she is kind of cheap because it was $5. Because today is $5 smoothie day. Now I know she don't like to spend money. She's very cheap. It was a good gesture, but it was $5. She could have went on a Wednesday day when it's about $10 for the 32 ounce, but it was only $5. A $5 day for a 32 ounce. Mm-hmm. But I love you, girl. All right, let's get into Queen. I'm about to say Queen Naja. Let's get into Nicki Minaj, and she did a record, and of course, Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj did a record, and everybody think that Nicki Minaj were dissing Wendy Williams. So everybody was in the chat, all on Twitter, saying that she's dissing her, right? So she did a verse and said, why you talking about whose body fake with all them filters in your face? You just full of hate. The real A ain't keep your N-word home. Now you're looking silly. That's word to silicone. So everybody is saying that she was talking about Wendy Williams. But Nicki came out and said, I ain't talking about Wendy Williams. But she already had a verse. Listen to this, how Nicki moved. Queen Nicki. She already had a verse. But once she found out that Beyonce and Megan came out with a record, she went back and she switched her verse. So everybody know my girl, the Queen Nicki. Shout out to Nicki. She knows that in order to be relevant in today's media and today's music, you have to have some type of controversy, right? So that line, she's not dumb. She know if I bring this up, we could talk about this. Or everybody would say it's about Wendy Williams. Then people would say it's about Cardi. Even some people thought that she was making digs at Beyonce. So she already know that this will be controversial. Just like when she did the Rosa Parks, Rosa Parks, get your A up or something like you ain't Rosa, and she dropped Rosa Parks around when it was like Rosa Parks' birthday. Yikes. So she always feed off of controversial, and I don't think people should take this so serious. It is what it is. It's having us talking about the record. I think the record is a dope record. Other content creators saying the record wasn't good. It was great. Doja Cat, the name of that record was Say So featuring Nicki Minaj. It was a dope record. I love the record. I was able to move around a little bit, in my little room, quarantine. I got my little quarantine bounce because I can't really be moving around like that with my leg and stuff. So I was able to do my little quarantine, little bouncy bounce. Hey, look, I was able to do my little bouncy bounce, little bounce. That's all I can do right now. That's all I can do right now. A little bouncy bounce, So I heard that record. Then, of course, I had to go back and listen to Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce, Savage, their remix. And I went on to that. I'm a Savage. Went on to that. So it's just good for all music. Now, with that being said, though, I'm going to tell you this. Nicki Minaj know that she have serious competition on the scene. And I personally believe now she is embracing the competition. At first, she really didn't need to embrace it because she was the only one. Now she have the Megans. Now she have now you have Megan Thee Stallion, you have Doja Cat. Now you even have, Dream Doll coming up. You have all these female rappers. Now you have some type of competition. And I think it's making her greater. Now she's worked with other artists. She's doing a better job. And to speak of this, how long she been in the industry? You got Cardi. Nicki been in the industry for over 10 plus years. Y'all can comment in the comments and tell me the exact number. Because I remember when I purchased her Pink Friday album, because I went to Walmart and I purchased that album. 12 years old. So when I first purchased her first debut album, she was dope. And so she's been doing great. But if you count in her mixtape era, I wasn't in the mixtape era. I'm not going to tell her I was in the mixtape era. I was in the era when she came out with her Pink Friday. And then when when Lil Kim came out, da-da-da-da, who the on war, da-da-da-da, the front door. It's going to be a murder scene. I'm turning Pink Friday to Friday the 13th. When she came out with that, then Nicki came out with, I know it hurt to sell your album on PayPal. I love that little beef when they was going back. It was funny. It was funny, Then when Charlamagne got into Lil Kim and said that Lil Kim sound like she an OG, that she's bitter. Charlamagne got on Lil Kim so much, and then Charlamagne went outside and he had to run because one of the Lil Kim fans, one of her goons wanted to beat him up. He had to run. So I love that whole beef. I love when Lil Kim would say, I was over there. She wanted to be the only one. I'm going to take your hip hop card. I was over there in that whole beef. It was entertaining. And then Nicki went on there with Angie Martinez. Where's your music? Where's your music? If you saw it, where's your albums? Where's your music? They was going back and forth with each other. Then, then Easy, all these other videos. So I know how it is, and I drive with it. And that's why the industry love to feed on female beef, because females are very entertaining when they beefing. When they beefing, they very entertaining. When they beefing, baby, they get to talking. They give good interviews. I just want to know, why don't you ask her? I got a question. Every time she come up here, why you never ask her? And I'm gonna play a little clip. Let me play this little clip for a second. Hold on, let me play this little Kim thing for a second. They was being a little messy before we get into all the comments. Take your time. We gonna get into the YouTube drama, but right now, let me get to this little beef right here. I'm glad that they all good right now, but this is when Lil Kim went off on an interview because they was being messy. They were being messy. So look how Lil Kim pretty much checked this DJ because he was being messy. Let's take y'all a little flashback. Give me a little second. Take y'all a little flashback. Let me play my little intro again so y'all hear my little intro. I'm going to play it again. We're trying to get a soundboard, so y'all pray for us and while we get things together. Let me play my little intro. Then after the intro, we'll play the clip.
Exclusive. That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't stop. Keep it going.
You are the queen bee. This has been established for I don't know how many years. I don't want to age you, but since I've been a child. Do you feel some type of about Nicki dropping an album called Queen?
Oh God. Let me ask you this. Like, do you fuck with me for real?
Yeah, Notorious K.I.M. is my shit.
Okay, so no.
Bella Mafia was my shit.
So if you fuck with me, right? Why isn't this about Kim?
Oh, I'm just asking.
Yeah, because you know what? If we're going to mention one female, we need to mention them all.
Okay.
We need to mention everybody. We need to bring everybody in, and we need to give everybody love. God bless her. What she did, she did. But you know what? God bless her. I wish her the best. I'm past that. I'm over it.
I respect that.
Like, at the end of the day, no, this is going to stay. Stop asking me about.
I respect that. No, I respect that.
I love you. You cool. You always been cool with me. But she did what she did. And until she's ready to be, hopefully God puts it on her mind or whoever else's mind to do the right thing because she knows what she did. And once that happens, then, hopefully everyone will stop asking me because y'all don't do that to her. You know,
I mean, I've never interviewed Nique, but if I did sit down with her, I would ask her about that.
I don't think you would. But at the end of the day, every time stuff like this comes out, it's always like, oh, why is she still talking about? But you guys are the one asking me about other situations.
No, I mean, so, to be fair, like we had Remy Ma up here, and like I talked to her about like how you guys have love.
Though,
like,
we need to stop doing
that.
No,
100%.
Because that automatically puts females against each other.
No, and
let each female shine.
No, I agree. I think that's what's wrong right now.
Right, so then let's get rid of it.
Okay.
So when Remy's up here, right, ask her about her fucking dope ass bars. She got bitches.
No.
Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
So ask her about her bars. Ask her about what she got going on. Ask her about her life. Do that, please, for me. Let's not even go back to the situation. Let's not even go back to that. Let's do that.
Real quick,
okay, I want to
say this. I respect you for even addressing that.
Thank you. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's give every girl, including all girls, their own privacy. Let's give let's give every girl their own recognition. Let's celebrate every girl in their own right.
100%.
So the only way to do that is to focus on what they're doing and what they got going
on. 100%.
You know what I mean? I just feel like, you know, a female rapper, everyone who makes their way in the industry is clean in their own right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I feel. If that's how they feel, if they feel that that's what they want to, you know, Cardi said up and down, like, I don't care about the word clean and all of that. I don't really care about it either. I was named that. I never named myself that.
Yeah.
It's a difference. When the streets name you that,
right?
Biggie named me that. I didn't name myself.
Facts.
100%.
When you gotta name yourself, that's a whole different thing. I would never name myself that. You know what I'm saying? So the streets name me that. But for me, I don't really care about it. Like, I know I'm nice. I know I'm dope. You know what I'm saying?
Who are some other up and coming? Because I always feel like you have put your stamp behind dope young artists. Who are some up and coming?
Hey, you've always embraced new acts.
Always.
I appreciate that.
Always.
I appreciate that.
So remember what you said when you think about situations. What have I always done?
You've always embraced young artists.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
So now those questions can stop.
Who are you listening to right now? Like that's up and coming. Like who are you fucking with?
You know, it's a few females that.
It don't even gotta be females.
They don't have to be.
It can be anybody. Yeah.
Let me see.
There's some really good artists out right now.
There's some artists that's not super new because they've been out for a few, maybe some months now, or maybe a year now. But like, I like Gunna a lot.
Yeah, Gunna's
like,
known.
He's like my favorite artist right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so dope.
Can we get a Gunna Kim collab?
We have to.
On the album, is that already in the works?
That's what I.
So that was Lil Kim, and you definitely hear the interviewer, and he was a male, right? So they feed that energy, and I'm so glad that Lil Kim shot it down because you keep the beef going. But before that, Lil Kim would take the bait. She would answer the question. She would tell her history, and then she would add fuel to the fire. Now she realized that, hey, let me continue to be great. And I think about Nique the same thing, right? Continue to be great, continue to have good bars, continue to have good music. So I love Nique. I love Kim. I love every female artist that's dope. I am not like some of these content creators that get so invested in these rappers' personal lives. I love their music. I am a fan of their music. I'm a fan of Nicki Minaj music, right? I love her music. I will never forget when she came out with that boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, boom bass, because it was a guy that I had a crush with, and that was one of my cousin friends, and he liked that record. I didn't like it at first, but since he said he liked it, I started listening to it, and I was like, that boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, that super bass. Okay, I really, really liked him. So every time he would come to the apartment, we would have that music playing. You know what I'm saying? So I started listening to that boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, boom bass. Then, and I know that's old, but that was like my favorite record. Then, you know, she came out with a song. I love her voice. I love her singing voice. Some people don't like her singing voice. I love her singing voice. The people are talking. I don't know that song. What is the name of that song? The people are talking. Oh my God. The people are talking. Oh, I don't know that record. It's all the grand piano. Yeah, the grand piano. Because I remember that. Because I be in the shower. I said, you better come on for that grand piano. Baby, I'll be in the people attacking the grand piano. Oh. So when she came out with that song, I was in that. I would mess a song up. You know what I'm saying? Did it all the day. I was on the plane with Lil Wayne. So, back in the day, me and my cousin, we would quote records. It's been a long time that I would quote the records, but back in the day, I was on the plane with Lil Wayne. We would just quote these because when she first came out, baby, she was in my vocabulary. The grand piano. Baby, I'll be just singing. But I still got that little Kill record in my head. When she said it's going to be a murder scene, we're going to turn Pink Friday into Friday the 13th. You must be smoking that thing that Wayne on. Like, shout out to Lil Kim. Baby, it looked like she had some good records when she beefing. When she was beefing, baby, she could come up with some good baby, you couldn't tell nobody nothing. Ooh, wait. Now I like me some Cardi B too. Now, what was one of my songs? Because I was real manic. I was in a manic place when I sang that record. Be careful, be careful, be careful me. Well, where's the chorus at? Where's the chorus at? Yeah, so yeah, shout out to Nick, shout out to Cardi, shout out to all of them. Baby, I like Black That Yellow. It was I love the Keisha, man. I like either more, give me more. You know, I know the time of me. Is this the song? Where's the lyrics? I'm not the number of me. And come up with it, going to be who you end up with. I don't know, maybe. Where's the chorus? Baby. Baby, I'm pushing all these. Baby, I'm pushing all these songs. Please. I'm the wrong person. If me, if me, care for me. I gotta hear it in my ear. I'm self-quarantine. That's the quarantine remix. Baby, I was singing that Cardi B, Be Careful of Me. Becky on the dark bus. She came up to me. Can you turn that down? I said, did you tell the masters to turn that down on the plantation? Did you tell the folks back in the 50s to turn it down with Jim Crow? I made that white woman cry. I rebuked her on the bus. Now, I can't say her name because she might be in part 88. Now, she might be in part 106. I made that white woman. Baby, that white woman had on her shades. I rebuked her so tears was flowing down. She never met a black man like that before. And I didn't cuss, not saying not one cuss word. I rebuked her. We've been back to the 50s, to the 60s, did a bus driver. I rebuked him. I said, hush, they already ain't paying you enough to drive this bus in the first place. You ain't even getting paid right driving a dark bus. You underpaid. And he kept driving. He said, he is right. I am underpaid. So let me hush up. He kept driving. I rebuked her. Don't worry about what I got on. I said, take them Beats headphones on. It was made by a black man. I would rebuke her. She had the audacity to have on some Beat headphones. I rebuked her. Surely did. I was real manic. That's how I tell folks. Leave manic folks alone. Some folks just don't address them because they gon' that verbally and that was before the library. That was like a couple of weeks before the library. I knew I wasn't in my right state of mind. I would listen to music and I would sing loud. And I didn't know how loud I was, but I was very loud on the train, very loud on the bus, just singing. I was very manic. Because when you manic, you think you can really sing. You think you hit notes. And yeah, so that was like before the library. That was before the library. That was leading up to the library. I remember that era. And I do remember that. All right, let's move right along. So that's my little history about rap. Now, let's get into the drama. So yesterday I had the pleasure of being watching Nique at Night Part 1 video where she addressed everything concerning Tasha K. Right? She pretty much was saying that her team told her not to address Tasha. You already know Tasha K dragged her. Tasha K said that she had punani juice on her pajamas and that she said Nique at Night wanted Storm Monroe to hit that. And she also said Nique at Night wanted Storm Monroe to be the baby daddy. Then she said she don't know who her baby daddy is. That's Tasha K was just saying all of these allegations towards Nique to the point it got so bad that everybody was so upset that they didn't know if they didn't want her to address it. Everybody did not want her to address it. Of course, the Ma Wiggins show, he had her on his Real Radio 1. And he was pretty much talking him and his boyfriend, the one that's sitting in the corner, and tell him to chop up some lemons. He said that Nique should respond. And then he pretty much addressed Nique, saying, Nique, that's why people think you weak, because you don't want to respond to stuff, etc., etc. So I made a video saying Nique should not respond because Tasha feeds off energy, right? Negative energy. She feeds off it. It validates her. So, of course, she finally came out and she was debunking the lies about R. Kelly. The big piece about it, I seen some text messages with the Angelo, with R. Kelly victims, right? And Azrael, then Nique at Night reported something about Azrael was at home, etc. So what I gather from what Nique was saying, Tasha had one point of view about the story. She had another point, right? They was reporting on the same thing, but each person had another direction with the story. And with Nique at Night direction, it went against it. It was against Tasha's, right? And it was against what she was reporting. What I gathered. Then Nique was showing receipts that she went viral before the Tasha K piece. She went viral before the Tasha K got into it. So Tasha K did not get her views. She already went viral, right? But I will say this. That story, excuse me, that Tasha K, when she interviewed that girl, Cardi B, quote unquote, roommate or friend, the one that said Cardi B had herpes and all of this type of stuff. She said all this stuff in the interview, right? It was so many people gotten platforms and views off of that story. The Ma Wiggins show got onto the scene because of that. The reason why he got introduced to viewership is because of the Star Marie Cardi B, because he was covering it, and Tasha started to share him on her wall, her community post, and he will call me. He said, while I'm getting views, and I don't know how I'm getting all these views, and we didn't know at the time that she was sharing him on her community wall, right? And then she would jump into the chat, and you would see all of these wine glasses in the chat. It was all new to us, right? And then that was then. Then eventually she shared again, and then she came on the show. Then Ma Wiggins called me one time. He said, Wiley, I'm done with this Star Marie Cardi B stuff. I want to move on. And I told him, I said, don't move on. This is the hottest story. Talk about it till the wheels fall off. Then he talked about it. Then that's when another YouTuber came and, you know, on the scene. What was her name? What was that girl name? Because she challenged Mona Simone. She was reporting on it, and she said that Tasha K is stopping bags or some of that nature. She accused Tasha of stopping bags. She accused Tasha of not being real because Tasha K wanted to interview Star Marie. I think she wanted to interview, I believe, Star Marie, and somehow the interview some happened. It didn't go into place, and so she started dragging Tasha. And at that time, Mona Simone was getting a lot of subscribers and viewership. Then she switched. I ain't gonna go into that because I can give a whole sermon about that. I'm gonna just leave that alone right then and there. So then when Tasha K was reporting on all these stories, first of all, Lovely T reported on it. Everybody was reporting on it. But the ball of it is Tasha K allowed Star Marie to say that Cardi B have herpes, right? That was like the big piece of the interview. It was so controversial that eventually Cardi B started sending out cease and desist letters, and she wanted to sue. So eventually Tasha K got sued. But so many bloggers got in their name because of that. Even the blogger that she talked with, that she's from the Caribbeans, and I forgot her name. The corner, Camille's, I think it's Camille's Corner. That's how I got to know her. So a lot of people got in the name because of Tasha. Okay, she opened the door up for a lot of bloggers, including myself, because I started talking about the story as well. Right, everybody started to get clicks and views off of that story with Tasha K. So that's a fact. Then when we get to the R. Kelly, the Azrael situation, Nique at Night, before that, she wasn't getting a lot of subscribers. She was so underrated. One day she started talking about the R. Kelly stuff, and that started to get a lot of views. And she started, the next thing you know, I looked at her page, she over 100K because she was reporting on the R. Kelly stories. You had Tasha reporting on it too. The two clash because Nique challenged what Tasha was reporting. One of the family members, Azrael Daddy, which he messy probably. He seemed to be a messy man. I don't know old man to be into no mess like that. Anywho, I can get a whole concerned about that. He got into some mess, started said he's going to expose Nique, and Nique said he's going to send Tasha out. He started getting into the business and all of that. So it was just different viewpoint. Let's fast forward to today. Azrael came out and she pretty much said Tasha K is a liar, that she don't know everything. Nique at Night put a title out, and Tasha K didn't like it. Then she said, then Tasha K started calling Nique Kelly, started a campaign. Pretty much alluding that she is so obsessed with R. Kelly because she got on the phone. And according to Tasha K, she got R. Kelly nice. She got on the phone with Nique. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. You know, they're saying that Nique got on the phone with it. And then Nique got on the phone. Hey, this is Nique at Night. I believe I can fly, Nique. I believe I can touch the sky, Nique. I think about you every night and day. Yeah. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar, Nique. You see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly, Nique. I believe I can fly. She always on the verge of breaking down. Baby, he sing that song to me. He free, he innocent. You know, she pretty much said that he started singing to her in prison. You can't get on the phone with a man that know how to, you know, R. Kelly, he might not know how to read, but he can sing and he can talk them panties, them pajamas off ya. You know, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say that happened, you know. Moving right along. So, but Nique at night, of course, she came on the live. Oh, how can I say this? Oh, gosh. She came on the live. Oh, gosh. Why, Nique? Why? Every time she get... Oh, okay. She got on the live. She got on the live extremely hoarse. She got on the live horse, right? So she was explaining the story and she got on the live very, very hoarse. Come on, second. Hello? Oh, okay. No, we got on the live. She got on very, very hoarse, you know, and she was talking about the situation. But what she was saying, she had the receipt. She presented her case. It is what it is, right? So we do the after show. She ended live and she do the after show. And while doing the after show, she hit the StreamYard and she dropped the link. And when she dropped the link, I hit the link and I came on the show. Now, mind you, I hit the link. Everybody, beautiful women were on there, first of all. Nique included. Beautiful chocolate. All type. Brown skin, butterscotch. All type shapes of women were on that live. So I had the pleasure of being on the live. Lovely T posted it at first. Yeah, Lovely T did post it first. But I had the pleasure of being on the live, right? I hit the link. But let's pause before we get to the after show. Let's get to Lovely T piece. Y'all so messy. These voices in my head. Now, the Lovely T piece, she talked about the Star Marie story. And she released a documentary or CNN type of reporting about Star Marie. Lovely T reached in the crates, found out that Star Marie was a criminal, that she didn't have her kids like that this and that she was this scam artist. And Lovely T came back and said that Star Marie is talking to the ghosts and the spirits and the spells. Coming, coming on, kiki, coming on, you know, putting a spell on her. Then she said her health was declining, and then she said her phone was being messed up. The edited stuff. She said that she was getting a spell on her, you know. So she deleted the documentary, put it on a website, deleted off the website. It was just a bunch of drama. It was. I remember that like that was, and it was good entertainment. And if you wasn't down there during that time, you missed some good entertainment. Now, after that, all that situation, now let's get to the after show. We are in the after show, right? Minding our own business in the after show. Answering questions, minding my own business. Everybody was like, surviving Wiley, surviving Wiley, surviving Wiley. Are you going to address surviving Wiley? Surviving Wiley, surviving Wiley. This have nothing to do with Wiley. This is about Nique and Tasha. I'm just there giving commentary, and I apologize to Nique. Tried to put on my beautiful voice. You know, Nique, I'm sorry. I apologize. And she said, you're doing too much. She's very attractive. I like Nique. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. We could be a good friends, right? I apologize. Having a good show. So we went in the chat and everyone was like, surviving Wiley, surviving Wiley, surviving Wiley, surviving Wiley, surviving Wiley. Boom, boom, boom. Me being the person I am, I don't run. She brought it up. She said, Wiley, let's talk about surviving Wiley. I said, yes. Thank you. She said, what is it all about? So I said, this is a campaign from Ahmad Wiggins' friend, and allegedly Ahmad Wiggins is a part of this, right? Because in part one, Ahmad Wiggins was in the chat and he called in. He was a part of this, the Ahmad Wiggins' friend. She said, who was the person? Ahmad Wiggins' friend. And I did that very strategically. Ahmad Wiggins' friend, because that's his friend, right? I didn't lie. Did I lie? That was his Ahmad Wiggins' friend. That's true? Okay. I just want to make sure I'm factual. All right. So Ahmad Wiggins' friend started that, and Ahmad was in the chat. So she said that, well, let me contact Ahmad Wiggins' friend and get them on the line. You know what I'm saying? Let me contact Ahmad. Where's Ahmad Wiggins' friend? Hit the link. So they sent an inbox special. He didn't show up. Ahmad Wiggins wrote something on Twitter. I don't know who this address. I'm just going to read it. He wrote something on Twitter because he deleted it. But of course, my producers are on it. He said, I already know you're a messy queen. I would never trust you. So right then and there. Y'all see that? Okay. All right. So at Nique at Night. So he wrote that on his Twitter account. My producer sent it to me because I pay attention to the chat. You might think I ain't paying attention. And I saw that producers was on it. Okay. So I put it on my Patreon. Never said he was friends with anyone, so he don't owe none of them nothing. Right. So I didn't know. I didn't bring it up at all regarding it. So because it had no need. So he wrote that yesterday. 12/29, 5/1/20. 12/29, 5/1/20. 5/1/20, 12/29. He wrote that and he posts and delete. Of course, we was there and we saw it. And of course, we brought it up. So while bringing it up, we put it on Patreon. See, Patreon saw it first. So with that type of shit, we don't know who he was talking about. We don't know if it was dig at me, but we all know that he was watching. He saw me on it, and he don't like it. I just want to know, you big, bold, and bad enough with these campaigns. I want to know if you big, bold to hit that link. And your friend could come too, but it's going to be a 2-on-1 special. The friend can't come unless you come. Hello. Y'all both come. And then my producers, we came up with a compromise. We was in a meeting. And I said on the conference call with my team, I said I go on the show, but they gonna have to pay me $1,000. If I come on his show, they gonna pay me $1,000. Okay? More money, more money, more money, more money, more money, more money. $1,000. In order for me to come on your show, you paying me $1,000. And you can talk to me. It could be a 3-hour special. It's gonna be $1,000. And I show up. More money, more money. Speaking of more money, let's get into my radio responding to Nique at Night. She wrote a statement, a lengthy statement. Let's put it right then and there. Okay. My radio wrote this. Let me get my glasses. At Nique. So you know I'm not using these titles for clickbait. Let me zoom in so y'all can really see. She said, I don't know who in the hell at Nique at Night talking about when she said the loudest, the quickest to go to the police. But if she got something to say to me, she can, straight like that. I'm not offended. So there's that. Let me address the idea, though. You know you got Plex. You got to go get your paperwork that what comes after just comes after, and you're protected, right? Like life insurance. I have a criminal justice degree and went to one of the best universities for criminal justice in the country. How I'm going to play myself, I'm international Nino. Better watch your mouth about me. I ain't asked you what you do. I do what the F I want. How many of my people would be free if they handled their situation better? Don't get caught playing catch up trying to sell a fish plate. P.S. Nique couldn't have been down talking me about coming authority, because in the same video she said if the father of her child is exposed, a lawsuit is coming. So it will make no sense for her to have that type of feeling about me if I go to the courts and the laws because my name is being slandered. I have every reason to believe I'm being stalked and harassed. PSS, if you're taking this post as an attack or beef, then you need to sharpen those comprehension skills. I'm stopping the conversation pertaining to those ideas in their tracks, letting it be known that I feel no way, and she can reach out if she.
A bunch of bullshit.
Oh, dang. I want to mess it up.
How many?
Here we go. In so many words, I done messed it up. I done pressed on the screen and messed it up. But anywho, she responded. So she wrote a long, lengthy post at Nique because Nique pretty much said the one that talked the loudest goes to the police and something like that. So she didn't say Nique at Night. I mean, no, Nique at Night did not say Mob Radio name, but Mob Radio allegedly is taken as though that she was addressing her. So Millie was responding. So with that being said, this is all entertainment for me. Let me see the comments because it'd be freezing up on my end. So let me read the comments on my phone. Okay, let me go to the comments. We're going to open up the phone lines. But this is what I want to say. I'm like, regardless of what you want to say, this is the perfect time that these people hit the link and do all that talking. You know what I'm saying? Address it on camera. Let's see. Let's see who's going to win this battle. Where the day ones to sing all them books. They still on my page for the hating hoes. Put a address on it. LOL Wiley and all that type of stuff. Jay, Mob Radio. And this is the thing, regardless of what it is, I say hit the link and have a conversation. And just like, you know, my biggest friend, I said, why didn't you hit the link last night if you want to start a campaign? Hit the link. It was 2 times you was able to address me. You didn't do it. And I told him, why don't you and your friend pull up? You know, we meet up on camera and we talk. Instead of, you know, in the words of Cardi B, I don't do subs. B ain't Jerry. I think that's what Cardi B said. You know, hit the link. Let's talk as men. You know, hit the link, and then your boyfriend tell him to come out the corner. Hit the link. Come on camera. And I told his boyfriend, I'm gonna say it again. Don't mention my name if you can't show your face. Okay. Don't mention my name if you can't show your face. Okay. I think they said Millie want to come on. Let me put my Cash App on here because you know she gonna get the cussing. This video ain't gonna be monetized. So let me put the Cash App up there because you know it. You know she gonna be cussing, folks. But I like it when she cuss though. She's, you know. Let me hit the link. Let me go to the phone lines. They said she calling in. Let me go to it. Is this her right here? This you? Is this Millie?
Yeah, what's up with you?
Hey, how you doing? Go ahead. Now, you wrote the post So you pretty much took offense that Nick and Nique were talking about you. Why do you feel that she was addressing you? Because she didn't say your name last night. But go ahead, tell me why you think that
that's
she was
absolutely incorrect. I did not take offense, which is why I was so annoyed at the idiots that were leaving comments talking about, oh, she wasn't talking about you, a hit dog gonna holler, all this bullshit. Nique at Night said what she said on her platform whenever she said it. Okay, viewers are messy as fuck. We all know. I'm seeing your money. Viewers are messy as fuck. Viewers gonna take a bone, carry a bone. Oh, they said this, they said that, they said this, they said that. I went and I watched the clip. I wasn't offended. So I said, you know what? Let me nip this shit in the bud. Ain't nothing to talk about. I'm not offended. It don't apply. I didn't hear my name. So she's not talking to me, which is why I went and said what I said. I don't know who the hell she's talking to. She ain't talking to me. And if she has something to say to me, she can let me know. Other than that, I'm not offended, so I don't care. That's that. I said what I meant. But I have said that I will do such and such. And then calling 9-1 and then another one at the end of it. I done said that multiple times and I say it again. So it's been a conversation. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and talk about it. But at the end of it, I done said that multiple times. It's in a separate paragraph from the first one. See, these people don't go to school. They don't know about structure. They don't know about when the subject matter is changing and they can't understand and deduce, use context tools to understand what I'm talking about. The first little portion of it lets you know I'm cool on what Nique said. Drop it. Now, let's talk about calling the police when we get in situations like this. That's why I moved on. Drop down. Then I said, okay, I went to a criminal justice university. I have a criminal justice degree. And then a degree in psychology. The point is, I have learned through experience and education that it is better for you if you know you're going to plan on, or you might get in a situation where it might get physical, you never know. If you got any type of inkling, it might go there, you go get your paperwork. So when it happens, babe, I'll let y'all know what was up. You ain't got to go sit down for it. See, that's the smart way to do it. So when I'm asking how many of my people could have been free had they had their situation set up right, that's a real ass question. Before you were sitting up there going back and forth with that hoe on Instagram that wants to fight you, who you said catch me in traffic, that threatened you, why you ain't go get a restraining order so when you saw her and you whooped their ass, everybody already knew what was up and you could go about your merry way. See, that's a smarter way to do things. So I was letting everybody know, yeah, I will call the police on your ass. And if I cross your path, it just is what it is. And so I just came back with PS and PSS for all the bitches in the back, trying to make it something that it wasn't. Now, what I will say is, what I said before, I feel like Nique, I watched the video in its entirety. Okay, so I made this post before I finished it. Nique at Night said every female's name on this platform that has been affected by Tasha K but mine. In that video, she said Lovely T, Candace Daytime Tea Time, some other women. She brought up other people's kids shit. Oh, but you ain't gonna say mob. To me, that's that shit I be paying attention to. What they saying and what they not saying. So I'm already looking at like, yeah, I'll peace you. I see how you moving about. I'm not gonna say the girl got a problem, but you ain't got love. Because I see what you got going on. I can say whoever name. It don't matter who I'm talking about. I found myself defending Nique while speaking my heart based on how she been treated out here. I ain't scared to say your name. Now, you ain't got to move power move. It just says a lot about whatever you walking around with. It's how I feel about it. When you get on camera, talking about, well, everybody told me not to say nothing, but I'm an Aquarius and I'm hard-headed. Girl, would you grow the fuck came on that camera and said what you wanted to say because that's what you wanted to do. Fuck being an Aquarius with a hard head. What kind of damn sense do that make? Then, this whole situation about storming his sexuality, let me tell you something. That's why I say she's passive-aggressive. It ain't about being nice if you think that a man is gay and he's asking you out on a date. As a grown woman, a mature woman who should be able to answer properly, if she's able to go out on a date or entertain men, ought to be able to say, listen, I think we ought to just go out as friends because I don't even feel like you like women. Why you couldn't be up front and say that? So did you sit up and flirt and offer yourself up to Storm? Absolutely not. Did you entertain him? And did you make it clear to him why you didn't want to go on a date with him? No, you didn't. So you passive aggressive and try to play it off like, well, I was just trying to be nice, not trying to do this, and people told me not to do it. Yeah, and then the pressure came up on you, and you heard everybody saying you need to say something, and so you did what the people wanted you to do. I don't like that. Do what you gonna do. Be you. If you feel ain't never in your character to speak it to her, don't talk to her then. Wiley, when I came on your show last time, I said everybody's not combative. So if that ain't true, that's okay. I said I do think she need to say something. Shit, that don't make it a.
But yeah, you did. But you did say that she should.
Turned out when she finally said something.
Yeah, you did say
you could have kept that shit.
But what do you mean? You think that she should have came out cussing? You know she's not gonna do that. She ain't gonna come out cussing. She's not a cusser.
No, what I said was everybody's not combative. Mm-hmm. Not everyone is ready to go and go for. See, everybody can paint it up how they want to. I don't think that anybody is less than because I'm more like upfront and blunt about my personality and the way I present information. You ain't weaker because you don't get loud or you don't do this and that. But the other one ain't either. It's just about who you are. Ain't nothing wrong with your personality. She don't seem like the kind of girl that want to do all that. That's cool. That's fine. So why you let the people pressure you into doing it? I'm hard-headed and I'm an Aquarius.
Right. And then
what
she said, and she said her team. But I personally believe that how she addressed it was a good conversation. But after that, I had to bring up the point. Just because the guy is feminine or high pitched, don't mean that he don't like no punani. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of guys that's very feminine, vogue in the barroom scene, have a lot of kids. They smash more women than some quote unquote 100% straight men. So I just want people to understand. Just because a man may not have a deep voice, don't make them not a man that's not interested in women. You can't just go by that alone.
You, and I don't think that I agree with you. And her feelings are hers. Whatever reason she may have thought that he was gay that's okay. If she thought that, she's not going around mistreating him because of it. That's when it's a problem. If she thought the man was gay, that's fine. She treated him with respect. The point is I find Nique Knight to be passive aggressive, and I'm using examples. Example one, everybody told me not to come out here and say something, but I did anyway because I'm hard-headed and I'm Aquarius. Grow up. Example number two, and I don't watch her, so I'm telling you some shit I just saw. Okay, example number two. If Storm Monroe hits you up and outright says, I think you're attractive, I don't know if you're single, I want to go on a date with you. If you think that man is gay, if you feel that you're mature enough to be in those type of situations, then you need to be able to say, hey, I don't think so. You know, I don't really think we need to do that because I have this impression of you. Y'all need to iron that out, not come out later. Oh, you're trying to get me to be your beard.
Right. But I just think that to me should have kept being private. Yeah, that's to me, that situation with the text and that could have been private. But I guess, Nique had a right to say that because she's getting attacked. And so she came out and said how she really feels.
I'm not mad at her. She could do whatever she wants to do. I'm just saying, I feel like a upfront 100% type of nigga gonna say to him before she come out and tell everybody else when she get mad at him, I think you're a beard. Tell him when he asks you on a date, I think you're gay. I don't want to go out with you. Don't get upset and then go do it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I feel you.
She had every right to defend herself when they came out accusing her of all those things.
Right. But what you're saying is she should have came.
I'm just saying the way she do shit as I've seen with this situation.
Right.
I'm looking like, girl, what the fuck?
She should have came out first and said, hey, I'm not into, because she told me I'm not into guys that's bi. Because I told her I was bi. So she told me she's not into that. So, but if she felt that way about Storm, she should have said, hey, I ain't really into it. You seem like you want me to be your beard and all that type of stuff. No, the answer is no. She could have easily said that.
I want to ask you, Wiley, when you watch that video about Nique Knight's story, because I definitely fuck my opinion, because I'm always talk shit. If y'all went and watched that video, which I encourage everybody to go watch it, did you not see a parallel, between what I was saying about Tasha K and what Nique Knight said?
Absolutely.
Down to the way Tasha behaved.
It's identical.
The things that Tasha did, the days that she did it. Did you notice that?
It's identical. You're right. It's very identical because
right. That's what's more important here, in my opinion.
It's very. And
Tasha K needs help.
But this is the thing, though. People have to realize if you giving a person that quote unquote needs help and you give them that energy, that's not going to help them. That's going to continue that. But the best thing you could do with that person, do what my family did, shut him out, silence, don't say anything, complete silence, I'm not going to address you, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm not going to have complete no contact with you. And that was the only way they're going to get better. But as long as you're giving that person fire and they're giving you fire, it's going to continue. It's going to be a cycle of more roasts, more gags, but she feeds off that energy. And this is the internet. So it's good money when you respond to somebody that's blatantly cussing, throwing out allegations on top of allegations. If I was Manic dealing with what I'm dealing with now with these gay bloggers, baby, the stuff that will come out of my mouth, because when you're Manic, you say a whole lot of different things. And I can speak for that from experience.
And you know what? I appreciate the way that Armand did his video on YouTube that I saw when he addressed Tasha. Nique did her video. She wasn't rah-rah with it. I know I cussed at certain points when I did my video, but I think that everybody tried to really just, I really think everybody's over her, so that the information is being presented in a way like, y'all, look at this shit, let's talk about it, and da-da-da. I can appreciate that everybody didn't just come out the gate like, fuck that bitch, da-da-da-da, because I do think something is wrong. Period. I think that she is in a state of mind. She might have post-traumatic stress. She might have postpartum depression. You know, who knows? But what we have been seeing, and everybody having the same story, and everybody going through these different things, it's not a coincidence. And I feel like that's when we need to rally around each other and say, we don't have to entertain the bullshit. I would advocate for giving her positive messages. Watch her damn channel. So I'm not going to advertise it, but if you're going to say anything, try to help her, because I'm serious as fuck. Something wrong with her. Hell yeah, I'm finna get paperwork on that hoe. Because if I see that hoe, I'm going to have to see what I want to do about that hoe. You're weird. Something's wrong with you. And it is a lot going on. When we think about the cases, who knows what all that lady deal with. So do I feel sorry for the hoe? No, I don't. Because she brings a lot of shit on herself. But I'm still a human, and she's still one of our people. And I feel like it's a lot going on. But that don't take away from nobody else's truth. So I feel like everybody got a right to say what they're saying. But I can still see how this shit is all at one time. How that might be even harder for her, with me feeling like she's going through something. So I would just like to ask, if you're going to say anything to her, say something that you feel like will help her. Don't go over there tearing her down, because
the main
what she
thing,
needs.
and the main thing that I understand what is needed is counseling. You know what I'm saying? You just had a baby.
I agree.
Your online career. You're dealing with so many type of stress. And then we're yet going through a pandemic. It's a lot of different things. And I tell people it is so important to go try to get a counselor or a therapist. And please start to log off the internet if it's too much to handle. My therapist tell me that on a lot of times. I say, you know, I'm feeling a little rough, he said it's okay to take a break. So sometimes I take 2 days off, even though my subscribers will miss me, but it to help me mentally and not to make sure I take my meds. And if you're not complying with your medication and your therapist, you will have those rants. You will take those things. So I pray that she gets help if that's what she needs. It's no harm to get help. That doesn't make her weak. Everybody goes through different things.
You real quick?
Go ahead.
Nique at night, if you want to get on the phone, then you can do that.
Yeah, Nique, I think Nique at night. Yes,
asked.
I think she on here. I think that she just in the chat. So
can you help Nique at night? Can you help me understand why you talking about people in my DMs telling me that Millie talking greasy about me? I'm trying to figure out what I missed and why my name is being mentioned. Didn't I tag you in the post on YouTube? So when you got on YouTube, you would have started notification before you got in here. I tagged you directly, right?
So she could definitely.
And I don't like when people talk around me. So people in my DM telling me, Millie, you see I'm on the phone. You know I'm on the phone. So you talking to me, right? See, that's what I'm talking about. You passive aggressive. You know I tagged you.
Okay. Oh, you tagged her on Instagram, correct? Oh no, on the community wall. I did see that. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
But
like I said, if you want to talk, you can talk.
Yeah, having it, because I, try to clear it up. And this is the other piece too. I think that people said, oh, y'all shouldn't talk about Storm Monroe's sexuality. But Storm kept on playing around with that. He kept saying allegedly. So of course people are going to bring that up. And him not addressing Ahmad Wiggins made the matter worse, because that made people to continue to talk. And he did not address him. He addressed the woman. So he could have easily roasted Ahmad. He could have paid me to write out his jokes. I would have did a good job. I'm really good at that. But he didn't address it. So now everybody's still going to be talking about this man's sexuality until he addresses it head on. And if he is gay, it's okay. It's okay. You're going to get a lot of subscribers. If you like both, that's okay too. You're going to get a lot of subscribers. So that ain't going to take away from you.
Wiley.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Wiley.
Mm-hmm.
You see on your screen how the text is black, and then you have Nique at night in blue with the @ sign in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Well, she got a. You said she's verified, right?
No, if it's blue with an @ sign in front of it, and the rest of the text is black,
Oh no, you added her.
Does that mean I tagged her or not?
No, you did tag her in it. You tagged her in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you tagged her on YouTube. Yeah, that's what it was. That's how I said you tagged her on YouTube on the community wall. So you addressed her.
Nique and Night. I'm not going to go back and forth with you while you talking in the comments. If you want to call in, you got something to say, you could do that. Straight like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You came in talking around me. Are you talking to me now? Let me know.
Wow. Okay.
That means I added her. Oh, okay.
Obviously, I got a DM and I came where I mentioned.
DM, and the same way you jumped on YouTube to get up on this chat is the same way you would have saw the other notification. How long ago you got notified about that? They say 7 hours ago, right, Wiley?
All right. Yeah. So that say 7 hours on your community wall.
Oh, okay.
I know you on the phone, and I just came here. I said what I missed. Then she said, "This is Nique. Obviously, I got a DM and came where I mentioned all the slick rah rah. What is all the energy?" Well, she is addressing the post and
all
pretty
the
much
slick rah rah. Yeah. All the slick rah rah. It ain't slick, baby. I put the address on it. But see, when you don't do your research and you come in with that type of attitude, that's why you get that type of attitude from me. Because see, I do my homework before I approach somebody. So if you would have done that, then you would have understood where I was coming from. You see what I'm talking about? That's why I can't respect hoes like you.
And then she posted, "Girl, I got a whole child. I don't check them. Mention. I went to my DMs and was notified I'm being mentioned, and now I'm here."
I don't want to hear that shit because, like I said, I'm not talking in no damn chat. If she's not gonna call in, but you want to talk to me via a chat, then she could stay there by herself. I don't give a damn. Nique at Night, you are passive aggressive. You're not direct. I come direct. You brought your ass over here and don't want to be direct. So bye. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
So I think we got a caller. Let's see who this is.
Good. I hope it's Nique at Night.
1277. Caller, you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Turn me down the background. Go ahead, sister.
Hear me, Wiley?
I can hear you. Go ahead, sister.
First of all, my radio need to calm all the way DF down. I ain't even talking to your channel. This is
I thought she was gonna talk about the subject. You trying to get the guests together, get your channel for that. But go ahead, Millie. I thought that was she's just there trying to get.
I thought that was her.
Yeah, no, that ain't her. That's just somebody trying to get you together. No, ma'am, get your channel and all that type of stuff.
And see, this is what I'm talking about. Nique at Night can come over here, and when she gets a DM, that I'm talking about her on your platform. Mm-hmm. But when I'm sitting up all morning talking about how Nique, first of all, when I discuss Nique at Night any other time since the fish incident, has Nique at Night came over there? Had you been beckoned at that point when I talked about you, or only when I came to Wiley Show? So you're picking and choosing when you want to have something to say.
Girl, but Millie, what do you want her? What question? What question you gonna ask Nique that you're feeling frustrated? It seems like you're kind of frustrated. So what are you trying to address her on? Because
this be the driest shit on earth. This girl said in the video, as I still sit here and say, go watch her video. It was a great video, knowing that she purposely did not include my name in the conversation when she spoke about all the women that had been affected by Tasha K.
Okay.
That's not a coincidence. They do this shit on purpose.
Oh, okay. She didn't name drop you.
Same reason why she came over here on your platform when she felt like she was being discussed because she ain't never want to come to my radio. I've been discussing Nique at Night. That's the first time you got a DM Nique at Night? Go ahead and lie. Come on now. So at the end of the day, what annoys me is the way, what I've been saying, they go out their way all the time to try to separate the situation. And I defended her because I felt like that's what was right. So I don't feel bad about it. I don't care. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I said her name when I did it. Because I felt like somebody had done something wrong against her.
I get it. I get what you're saying. When that she didn't say your name because a lot of people
and a name drop.
A lot of people, they have problems with not saying names. Even the Ma Wigger Show, he does that. He calls you, the intern radio. He say different things as well. He don't name my name at all on the channel. So it's very important to put some respect in the name. So I get it. So that's what you're doing. I didn't see her comments. I don't know if she's going to address that. Did she leave your name out intentionally? If she want to hit the link, she can, or if she want to call in, she's more than welcome to. But you did address her on your page, right? So this easily be resolved if Nique you know, if she want to answer the question, she definitely can answer the
it's
question.
It's not even nothing to resolve because I never gave a damn about what she said because it didn't apply to me. So I never was offended. So my point is, when viewers are being messy, like they were when they sent her video saying I was talking shit, at no point in time did me come in here and say, somebody DM me and said you were speaking positively about me. No. She got a DM that said I was talking slick and she believed it. Can we ask Nique why she believed it? Can you ask for that? So she already has a preconceived notion about me, but only a critical thinker could see that. So you came over here on the defense.
So have y'all ever
having not even been here or understanding the situation?
So Millie, so Millie, have you ever had a problem with her before this? Have it ever been something before this?
No, I don't watch Nicki Minaj. I brought her up before because of the fish situation. Okay. And I said I didn't like the way that Tasha spoke on her like that. I didn't like that. I spoke on that. There was some fallout after that. I spoke on that. She's been in some other situations where I didn't like how it played out, and I've spoken on it in passing. So no, I don't watch her. She's not a topic. But certain things have happened where I felt like, no, that's not right, and I want to say something. Same way I have any other time. It's always been positive, but I will tell the truth. My truth is, I think that she's passive aggressive. And when I called you, I said the same shit. I feel like she should say something, but everybody ain't like me, so it's cool. However she want to move. I've been completely supportive. I don't look for anything in return. But my point is, look at how she come in here with that shit. You see what I'm saying? While I'm sitting up here being positive, saying go watch the girl video, she made valid points. And I'm telling you valid reasons why I think she's passive aggressive. And then she come in here saying, well, obviously, while she tries to talk around me and talk to you. See, I don't play all them little girl motherfucking games.
Okay, so she says she's on the line.
Name,
so let's
don't
see.
Come over here acting like you don't know what the hell going on.
1978. Is this your Nique? Is this you?
Hello?
Is this Nique at night?
I don't know if I'm on, but this is definitely me. If y'all
we can hear you.
Can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, Nique.
Okay. So here's my thing. First of all, I'd never ever even go to the mentions part of my damn YouTube. That's first and foremost. My DM told me that you're being mentioned on Wiley. I opened up the thing to see what's going on and came right in and said right there. So I came in without knowing what was mentioned prior. So therefore, if I mention, what am I being mentioned about and what is the energy? Period.
So what she's asking that your name, well, last night, from what I'm gathering, my radio feels as though you didn't mention her name in the report, that you left her name out when Tasha K was addressing some bloggers.
I want to back up real quick.
Okay.
I want to back up real quick before we get into that. Nicki Minaj, you said you got a DM, so you came over here and you wanted to know what happened. Why didn't you come ask me? When you came in here, you didn't even address me. So who did you want an answer from?
Millie is on live. Millie is on live talking greasy about you. So what do you mean? I'm coming to ask you. I came to the chat where you're talking about me.
So when you came into the chat, who did you address? Because you didn't address me. You addressed Wiley.
I addressed the chat. What's going on? What did I miss? What's the energy? What's up?
So once more, if you thought that I was talking greasy about you because somebody sent you a DM,
like, what's going on?
why didn't you come and ask me what happened?
You're right. This is
before you ran with a DM. Why didn't you come and ask me personally what happened instead of coming to a chat and asking the chat? The chat didn't say nothing about you.
Why would I go and write you in your DM or write you personally?
Why you came in here the way you did? Now you're on the phone after how long?
Okay, Millie, let her respond. Go ahead, Nique.
Where you're at. That's stupid as fuck. Why would I go and write you somewhere when you're live talking about me? I'm coming to where you're talking about me at. And I'm asking, what's up? What's going on?
Except the place where I tagged you directly. You came to where I was talking about you at, except when I tagged you directly, because you didn't see that.
But
you saw the DM and you came here.
I didn't see it.
And then
I didn't see it.
Okay, girl. And then you talk around me.
I'm over here homeschooling my child. I got a DM that popped up and it said Millie talking greasy. I'm like, what's going on? Came straight to where they said you was talking about me at. And now we're here. Like, what did I miss? What's going on? What's the problem?
What you missed was when you came in here, what you said was too Wiley. You didn't say, Millie, what did you say? You said, I heard Millie was talking about me. So I'm trying to see what's going on. You talked around me.
That's like you walking in the room. What's the problem?
No, it's not neither here nor there. You don't dismiss what you don't like because you don't have a rebuttal for it.
About me. I'm here.
You didn't come in to see.
What's the problem?
Listen, this is my point. This is my point. Nique at Night didn't come at me directly, but now she wants to admit that because she's on the phone now. Because now I've made the point and I've laid out how you did not.
Millie, what's the issue now? Let's get to the issue.
I act like
you're passive aggressive
because
you're very passive aggressive,
and I'm coming to where you're talking about me at, and I'm like, okay, what's up? What's going on? So I'm acting like a child because I'm trying to figure out what the problem is.
You're acting like a child because when you came in here, instead of being direct and saying, Millie, Wiley, chat, I heard you talk. You talked around me.
I'm past all of that.
Telling you.
What's the problem?
You can be passive if you want to, but we're not gonna skip what I don't want to skip. So what you want to do? Keep talking about it or hang up?
Like,
no, okay, let's get Millie. Okay, now we got to that point. Now let's see where's the issue at now, Millie. Now what is the issue? This is your time to ask her. What is the issue that you have with Nique? Let's get to that point.
Are you asking me?
Yeah. So what's your issue that you have with Nique at Night?
When Nique at Night entered into the chat, I stopped, didn't I? And I said, I don't like when people come in and talk around you. Nique at Night did not ask me what I said about her. I'm speaking because Wiley asked me a question. Do you want to listen or do you want to talk? Just to respond.
You keep talking about irrelevant stuff. What's past that? Let
me ask. Let me read. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second, ladies. 1 second. Let's get to the post. Let's get to the post because I think that the post. Right. So we want to get to because what the confusion is when you made the post. What was the post about? Because now you have Nique on the line, not about her coming to chat. Let's talk about the post.
What you want to talk about? What the post is about?
Yeah, why you addressed her? You add her on the post.
The post is about.
Yes.
The post is about people coming to me in droves. You know, I have a website now. I have DM. I have all kind of ways that people contact me. Nique said this. Nique said that. So what I did was I came out and said, let's stop this right now. As you can see, because I don't watch you, I just saw that clip. I said, I don't know who the hell Nique at Night talking about when she said the loudest or the quickest to go to the police. If she got something to say to me, she can. I'm not offended. So there's that. So I'm letting everyone know who's sending me this shit. Same way they sent you a messy DM, but you decide to jump in the chat and try to pop off about it instead of me doing that. I said, let me nip it in the bud. I'm not offended by what she said. She didn't say my name. That's not for me. But since on my own accord, it's a conversation around my radio, I address it. So had you done research like what I said, instead of being combative, you would have known that before you came in here with your bullshit.
You could have came to me directly. You could have came to me directly. Period.
Sweetheart, did you just do that, or did you give 50 reasons why you didn't need to come to me directly? I don't talk to you directly.
I talk to you on the platform that you said. I'm responding to a DM. I don't check the messages.
Nique at Night, I came to you directly on the platform that you spoke about it on, from which people contacted me about what you said.
Directly. And why would you think
I tagged her in the post? Period. I never felt you were talking about me, Nique. That was the point of the post, to nip the rumors in the bud.
Make the post if you didn't think I was talking about you?
Because that's what I want to do. Like, who got a problem with it?
People come to me.
I do what I want to do because that's what I want.
One at a time, ladies.
Like it's not about me. Then why would
okay, let Nique, Nique, go ahead and respond.
How does it make sense to ask me why I made a post when you came into a chat to come up off a damn DM, Nique?
Okay, now Millie,
hold on 1 second. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? We answer what we want to answer.
Hold on 1 second, ladies. 1 second. I want to get one at a time. So if y'all both can't hear each other, I'm gonna bring Nique on to respond, then you mob, because I want both to get point across. Go ahead, Nique, and respond. Then I'm gonna bring Millie on because I want to be able to hear, because the viewers want to be able to hear as well. Go ahead, Nique. What do you want to say? And then Millie, we'll bring Millie on.
My whole thing is, if she felt like I'm talking about her, and I'm still unclear because, like I said, I got a DM. Somebody said she's talking greasy. So I came here. She kept talking about how she mentioned me on the community tab. I'm here. What is the problem? That's all I'm trying to figure out. And I don't understand why she feels like I'm speaking on her in any capacity when, like, I don't even understand. Like, my issue is with Tasha. So So I don't understand how my issue with Tasha has created into an invisible issue with somebody that I don't even cross paths with. So it's like, I don't understand. Like, I'm just lost and baffled. Like,
okay, so and this is Millie. Now she says she lost, but I think the main point is, let me just pose the question to you, Nique. Did you purposely leave out Millie's Mod Radio name from your video? Did you purposely do that?
No, I didn't purposely. I talked about the people who I have been dealing with this issue with in close proximity. This issue has been going on with Daytime Tea Time. Daytime Tea Time came on my video, and that's where this beef started at. The issue that I had, the main people that I needed to mention were Armand and Daytime Tea Time. Every time Armand disrespected anybody, they always were mute. And me, I didn't even say anything that was extreme or a jab or malicious, and it was all this heat. So the three people, or the three parts of it, including Lovely T also, is because those are things that circled around me. A lot of people felt like, oh, well, in this whole sector, whatever, you took Tasha's side over Lovely T's side. I never took either person's side, period. So that got addressed. So that's why Lovely T was mentioned. So Daytime Tea Time had a whole issue with people, you know, it was like the whole hack gate, where people said, you know, did she get hacked? Did she not get hacked? The reason she got mentioned was, number one, because of the hack thing. And people, I was simply saying, a lot of people think she's crazy, but shit, the depths that people go, you never know, period. Number two reason that Daytime Tea Time got mentioned was because I found it ironic that once she came on my platform, I suddenly got a text message, okay? And so Armand got mentioned because, number one, he is the one who broke the Geo story, period. I was piggybacking and doing my original fish video as a response from what T.S. Madison said to Geo and her falling out, and then having a general conversation about fish. This thing has gone from, you know, Armand has done videos about the fish thing, and these are the main people that are a part of the story. I mentioned who are the main people that are a part of the story. Like, she wasn't even a part of my thought process.
Okay.
Because
now,
what happened with me had nothing to do with her.
Now, pause right there, Nique.
No,
now, with the part that I want to focus on really quickly is that you made a statement, said the loudest and the quickest go to the police. Who were you mentioning, Millie, when you said the loudest goes to the police? When you made a statement like that, was that towards Millie?
No, I'm mentioning females that I know from just growing up, life history, life knowledge, the females who be talking the loudest, and that's no jab to her. I don't know what she's about because I don't watch her. I don't go in her realm. I don't I be in my lane. So from life experience, from me knowing life, knowing how women and shit be working, from my experience, people who talk the loudest and bark the most, and people think that that's tough, but as soon as funk happens, they be the fastest to run to the police. How she gathered or assumed that that was a jab or an attack at her, I'm assuming that that must be how she operates, because I don't know how she operates. I don't watch her. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just assuming she felt like the shoe fit, so she made it apply to her. However, I was talking in general, and I was talking about Tasha K. I feel like Tasha K does a lot of loud mouth talking, and I don't think that she's really like rah, 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 like that, like about it. I was talking about Tasha. Now, what I feel like happened, Millie may feel like the shoe fits, but no, I was not talking about you. And no, you were not no part of a story or anything that had to be going on with me. I've been going through this whole situation for a long time, none of which had anything to do with Millie. So no, she was not mentioned.
All right, Millie.
Can I talk now?
Go ahead, sister. Now you can try. Go ahead, sister.
Okay, thank you. Because everything you said is so irrelevant, because that wasn't even anything that had to do with me. The point is, if everybody's finally listening, I was hit up DM after DM about Nique at Night in the clip that Wiley just quoted, where you said the loudest in the room are typically the ones to go get restraining orders and this and that. Now, on my platform, I did a video about Tasha K. Now, you say you didn't see it, that's fine. I did a video about Tasha K, and I said I would be calling the police on her ass. So when you said it, there was an audience that was under the impression that you were referencing me. So they sent me all of this stuff. Before you did your video, mine was out. if you want to go check it and see the time and get receipts. So when you did what you did, people thought it was shady. So in an effort to cut that out and nip it in the bud, I went and made a post on YouTube and I tagged you in it. And what I said was, I don't know who you're talking about because I'm not ever going to try to speak for you. I don't even know you. You said it on YouTube. I put it on YouTube. That is me being direct with you on a public platform where you said it publicly. I don't need to DM you privately. What did you say about? No, it ain't never that deep. We ain't never talked before. So why do I need to come at you like that now? No, I didn't take it personally, which is why I made a post and said, I don't know who Nique at Night is talking about, but I'm not offended. And she didn't say my name. So there's that. If she want to reach out to me, she know how she can do that. I tagged you so that you could see that I said that. So if you want to talk to me, you can do that. And I went on to address people who felt like loud people go call the police, because I will call the police and I am fucking loud. And so what I said after that was, because of having education and life experience like you're speaking on, it's smarter if you know that something may happen to go ahead and get your ducks in a row. Literally the end. So all of this, if the shoe fit, the shoe does fit, because the same thing that happened with you happened with me. So whoever wants to try to make it, oh, Millie just got left out and she's butthurt. What y'all need to understand is, if y'all cared more and paid more attention to the other Black content creators, the community of us, then we would know what was going on with us and we could come together when stuff like this happens. That's how I knew about you. So it's no slight to you because you don't know me. But please, please don't ever feel like, oh, I just want to be mentioned by you or anyone else, because there's a bigger picture. The bigger picture for me is my people and this pattern of behavior, which is why in my video, I showcase Camille's corner and what she said, which is why I reference articles where other people have been through it, which is why I've referenced you before, because I'm not at the forefront of what I'm doing every day when I get up. It's about everybody. So that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, the shoe fits, Nique, because she did me the same way she did you, and it's not right. So when you come into the chat, somebody DM me about this and that, but you turn around and ask me why I made the post. Why did you come here? So the same reason why you felt compelled to come here, because you wanted to see what, please let me see. The same reason that you came here, because somebody DM'd you and you wanted to know what was going on, is the same reason I went and nipped it in the bud too. So we did the exact same thing.
All right. So go ahead, Nique.
We didn't do the same thing, but
go ahead, Nique.
Yeah, all right. She can go ahead. I gotta go. I got some work to do. Okay. And you gotta go homeschool, right? So look, thank you so much for your time. I was never offended by it, so I don't care. And it just is what it is.
Go ahead, Nique. Go ahead, sister. Do you want to respond?
Okay. So what you say?
Go ahead, sister. I want you to respond, Nique, because she said what she said, and you can respond. Because we want to resolve this. Go ahead, Nique.
There's no issue.
Don't be liking unnecessary petty stuff. And Millie, she also said, I don't know, it was a lot that was said. But I also want to say too, one thing I did want to ask or mention since we're here. The last time that you mentioned me, or that I recall that you mentioned me, it was in a disrespectful manner. And you were calling me bitches.
I thought you had never heard about me, Nique. I thought you didn't know who I was or anything.
I said I don't watch you. I didn't say I said
but you are referencing something that you saw.
We don't cross paths. I don't watch you. No. But the last thing I recall was you have been disrespectful. Yes, before.
How did you see that thing if you didn't watch it? How did you come about that?
Because it was sent to me in a DM that you were calling me bitches.
Okay. What did I say? Tell me what I said, please.
It was something about a post that I put up on my community tab where I was saying that I liked Armand's radio show, and you was calling me bitches and all kinds of shit like that, calling me out my name, saying that I was throwing shade to you when his radio show had nothing to do with you or about you, and he didn't even mention you in that radio show, and you were calling me bitches and shit. So I'm just
okay.
That's why you always have an issue with me, and you make something about you that don't be about you.
Now you have assumed that I have an issue with you. I don't have an issue with you, Nique. When I said what I said was,
if you're calling somebody bitches and calling somebody out their name, that's an issue with them. I would never call you out your name.
Is it with them or with you? If you feel like you don't want me to see, this is the thing. I don't know you. So if I was speaking to you, did I call you a bitch, or am I talk? That's how I talk. I'm not sorry, and I'll do it again. I didn't call you a bitch. I didn't just say, bitch, you da 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 da. I said, this bitch put this shit up here. I feel like You put it up there. You did. You put it up there the next day after he had got done talking about me. So I took it a particular way.
In the video that I said that I liked?
Yes, ma'am. He did. So when I came back and I said, oh, I've never seen Nique post about this before. See, that's why y'all got to watch the entire live, not the clips they send to be messy. My point was, I don't know Nique. I don't watch her. But she posted this after he was talking shit about me. Does she have a problem? That's literally what I said. This bitch got a problem. Probably something to that effect.
Well, I never heard.
But if you listen to anything else and you hear how I speak, then you'll know. It's nothing personal, baby. And if it hurts your feelings, I'm sorry that I called you a bitch and you don't like that.
When I came to the live, he was listening to music and he was talking to a transgender woman. I never heard him mention you. Didn't even know that you were a part or mention of that live.
But he was,
and that's okay, baby. But my point of reference and yours are different. That's fine. Which is why I didn't. That's why did I hit you up about it to say I think that's what it could have been and moved on. I said what I said and I moved on, Nique. I didn't make it an issue. But like I said, you don't like being called a bitch. You tell me that I can receive that. I don't have to call you a bitch. It's not hard.
Okay, but
that's fine.
I will say this. He did not. I want to fact check some stuff about the radio show. He did not mention Millie's name because he don't address her. He called her intern radio or Laverne the intern. He say these different names and he's talking about my radio. He don't say her name for whatever reason.
But if I say I feel like Nique been feeling away, and don't that make sense now? When I said you came in here combative thinking that it was likely I was talking shit about you, I feel like based on what you just said, that validates that.
They said that you were talking greasy, so I'm like, what's going on? What's the energy? That's why I came
right, but baby, my point is I feel like you were more inclined to believe that because you already felt a way about something else you had seen from me. You didn't come in. You see what I'm saying? When I say I feel like you came in defensive. I do feel like that because you may have felt away. A lot of people he'll quick clip and be like, "Oh, fuck that bitch." It's cool. I understand, but that's why I say go see everything. Because Nique, did you see any clips where I defended you? Have you seen any clips where I defended you? You saw a clip where I called you a bitch. Have you seen where I defended you?
I did see the clip where you said that they were wrong in the whole fish thing. Yes, I did.
So you have seen different instances. So you do know about me. You may not watch me, but you have a point of reference.
I don't know about you. I said I don't watch you. I don't watch your channel. I seen that you said something on the Wiley Show. Yes, I did see that you made a mention.
But you're getting clips of my show, so saying that our worlds don't collide.
I said I don't watch your channel, meaning when I say I don't watch you, meaning I don't watch your channel. We don't cross paths. I seen you when you yes, I know who you are. I'm not saying I don't know who this girl is. I never heard of her. That's not what I said. I said, I don't watch you, meaning I don't watch your channel. We don't cross tabs. We don't I don't that's what I'm talking about. As far as
well, Nique, it's not an issue. And that's what happens. That's what happens when viewers come and they take a bone. They don't come and tell you everything. And then you riled up or feeling away about some shit when that's not what it was. But when we came in here, I gave my honest opinion.
But you know what?
My honest opinion was, I feel like certain things were passive aggressive. But your video was still important and we need to pay attention to how we feel like Tasha needs help. So all I'm saying is it got to be more time being spent and trying to see what's going on before jumping on the defense. Because what you'll find is I don't have a problem with you. We don't have
I don't have a problem with you either.
And I nipped it in the bud for the viewers that come and do what they did today. Sending you messages saying I did this and them sending me messages saying you did that.
But I do believe that the subscribers keep up a lot of mess. They, with me, I'm a different type of blogger. I pay it. Maybe I don't have children, so I'm coming from a different place. I have a lot of time. I'm by myself, right? So I can listen to a 2-hour video and I have my notebook word for word. Because if you take a sound bite, it could be misinterpreted, whatever. Unless you really watch a video from beginning, middle, end, you really don't know because they could take a sound bite.
Right.
Something I'll be like that. I keep my notes with a lot of, and this is why my show is so effective when a lot of people do campaigns because I watch their video for beginning, middle, and end, and I write it in my notebook. But if I take sound bites, I don't like that because I went off on somebody and it wasn't really like that. It was something else. So that's why it's important to see the whole picture. But sometimes a lot of us don't have the energy and the time because we have our own families. Kids are at home. It's a pandemic. Everybody don't have that free time. I have a lot of free time to do that.
That's why we don't need to jump out and throw things out if we don't have a point of reference. then if we're not going to do the research on it,
you throw things out. I feel like it's important to, before you make it a public thing to your subscribers. Subscribers are messy as hell. They send stuff all the time. If I went to my community tab and was like, this person said this, this person said this, this person said this, it'll be miscommunication after miscommunication after miscommunication, and drama stirred up unnecessarily.
But now you're going into the way that you would have handled something versus the way that I did. And all I can say to that is, I addressed what I wanted to address to try to help alleviate a situation, so that it wouldn't be extra fluff around what was actually happening and what's important. The way that you addressed it
created unnecessary tension.
No, it didn't, because had you went and read it, you wouldn't have felt the way you did. No, the person who DM'd you that had you come over here, that started
drama. Even when you called me a bitch or however you said it, I'm like, okay, cool, that's whatever. Like it's no,
baby.
It's no.
I did not start any drama by clearing up rumors that I got on my page and including you in it because it dealt with you. No, ma'am. No, it's not. When you get a messy DM, and you come over and insert yourself in a conversation, that's messy.
But this is what this person said. That's causing drama. If you know that you didn't feel like I was talking about you, for you to put it up there, that's causing confusion. Like, me, if a person comes to me and say,
Nique, you don't get to decide what you feel like I need to do based on what it might create for you. I did what I wanted to do because that's what I felt like was best. That's it. I addressed my viewers how I wanted to. The same way when you felt like you got a DM that made you want to come over here, that's what you did.
You can address things how you want, but I'm just pointing out to you how it can create unnecessary drama. I'm a YouTuber, you a YouTuber.
That can happen anytime we speak.
Sometimes if they come to us with BS, then if it's such a problem, then we should address one another. Okay? Like, that's just all I'm saying.
It's not, baby. Do you understand that because I never had a problem with you, I didn't address you? I tagged you to make it so that you could see it because I'm talking about something you did.
You put in other people, so now we're here. When if you could,
do you understand why your name was mentioned, Nique? Do you know why I put your name in it? Because I was talking about you. I'm direct. I'm not gonna talk around it. I tagged you because I was talking about you. The message is
but Millie, can we answer this question though? It couldn't have been any possible way that you could have DM'd her instead of doing a public post. Why didn't you do that way?
No, it would never make any sense to DM Nique at night if I didn't feel offended by what she said. These viewers are the ones who felt a way. So I address the viewers on a public platform. And when I'm saying on that comment, go look at the post. If she got something to say to me, she can. I'm tagging you because I'm not going to talk around you. So if you want to know yes, I'm talking about something you said. So let me tag you. That's being direct. I didn't come to you because I never was offended, Nique. We didn't need to clear anything up.
But it was your audience. But Millie, let me say this: the audience, a lot of times, they don't really be offended. Some of these people are just messy. They just love mess because I don't know how they can be confused.
That's the point. That's why you have celebrities who will come out and give a statement. That's why somebody will say, "I don't have no beef for her." What's going on right now? Everybody trying to make it that Nicki was shading Beyonce. Everybody tried to make it that Nicki was shading Wendy Williams. So she came out and said, I'm not talking about Wendy Williams. People could take that and do what they will, but when you want to nip something in the bud, that's what you do. So I nipped it in the bud.
Okay.
That's all.
But it ain't gonna nip because people gonna eat off this anyways. They're gonna make it into something that is not once it become, a public post.
So if I want to address it to make sure that that's it,
okay,
then that's what made sense to me, and that's what I did.
Because I'm a messy blogger. I took it at, this is a mess. I took it like
everybody messy that do this shit.
Because I took it as
the point
messy.
Is,
because when I read the post, it came out of messiness. And
I understand what Nique is saying, but I just need her to understand I don't have a problem. I didn't come to you because I don't have a problem. I wasn't offended. So we didn't need to clear nothing up. The people sending me message after message, let me tell they ass.
Okay.
Which is why it's on the community tab. The community tab on YouTube. Because the YouTubers are the ones sending me the shit about what you said on YouTube. If I ever have a problem with you, I will come to you and tell you. I wasn't offended.
Yeah, but creating posts like that just creates unnecessary mess to me. That's just being messy. I don't just be trying to just be messy, create funk, and just do all that. Like some stuff people say, it's like, all right, cool, whatever. Everything to me is not an issue to even put to my community tab. And when we as public figures go to our community tabs in those ways,
I cannot listen to you tell me about why you wouldn't have put it on your community tab, Nique. You put what you want to put on your community tab. You start a lot of
forward, Millie. You are a public figure at this point. You are a YouTuber. Creating posts like that is going to keep unnecessary drama going. You don't have to operate like me. I'm just saying, as far as going forward, sometimes maybe if you feel like it's that strongly, me, when you call me a bitch, I don't feel that strongly about it. I'm moving on. Like, it is what it is. Not that big of a deal for me to have an issue about it. So what I'm saying is, next time you feel that strongly, maybe you should talk to the person and be like, okay, were you talking about me? Because it creates unnecessary
You see
mess.
what you just said? Do you see what you just said? If you feel that strongly, ask the person if they have a problem. Do you understand?
Not
I never felt you had a problem because I wasn't
I'm
offended.
talking about not on a public platform. You don't have to go to the public about every single thing, is what I'm saying. Everything
I don't, baby.
have to be
I don't.
blown up
I don't.
to the
Everything
public.
is not on there. It's not. So now what? Everything is not. So the point, I hear what you're saying. I don't do that. So if every time it was an issue, I went to the community tab and I felt like you're telling me, because, hey, you might not want to do that, then fine. But because, like you said, you don't even look at my stuff like that, you get little clips, then you don't have a point of reference. So I'm going to tell you, I don't post everything there. So when I'm talking to my audience and I see fit to address them, that's what I do. That's what I did to help alleviate a situation. I don't feel like you're understanding that. Instead of people, do you see my point of view when I'm saying the bigger issue is what we're saying happened to us, but people are being messy trying to create a dialogue around you shading me. So I nipped it in the bud so we could focus. I directly to the people directly let them know, and you too, by tagging you. I don't have an issue with you, but this is what I did, and we're going to move forward.
The way that I got the information was that it wasn't that this is something else. So I don't know. I get what you're saying, but that's not the information that I was given. I'm giving Millie talking.
And that's why I say do your research. Because even when I called in today, it was under the guy, because they saw the post and people want to talk about it. So we're just talking about what's out there. It still wasn't, I'm mad at Nique because she did this. I said again, I wasn't offended. So we never had a problem.
So
it was never even
I
about
don't have time with you. You don't have time with me. And we can move past it. The bigger issue is, I agree, Tasha K is definitely a problem, and the stuff that she do is not okay. Period. So,
amen.
Yeah.
So, all right, Wiley.
Woo. Well, ladies, thank y'all for talking it out. Wow. All right. Anything else you want to say, Millie? And that's it. I'm getting the closing remarks. That's it.
No, the last thing I want to say.
Okay.
Not to rile you up, but just so because Nique is here, what I said I didn't like was, I felt like when you got on camera and you said, I'm an Aquarius and I'm hard-headed, I felt like you got up there and did that video because that's what you wanted to do. That was passive-aggressive to me because it wasn't about being hard-headed or being an Aquarius. Okay. You a grown woman who felt like you wanted to respond, so you did. And then when Storm asked you out on the date, I said,
but she
you
ain't
said
now.
You were trying to be nice,
yeah.
But you felt like he was gay. I felt like, or I feel like mature people that are dating or in that type of world, mature enough to do that, should be able to tell that person, well, maybe we should go out as friends. And, because, I don't really think it's like that, nothing like that. Because when you got mad, you said, oh, you're trying to give me the beard. But when he asked you on a date, you didn't keep that same energy. I don't think you were throwing pussy at him by any means. It wasn't no flirting type of situation. It looked like it was all complete bullshit, lighthearted shit. But if I were him, would I think that you thought I was gay based on our conversation? No. So that's why I called you passive aggressive. And I said I hadn't seen any of your other videos to be able to comment on you. And I said what's important is what's happening. So that's what you'll hear when you go back and you listen. It ain't even nothing deep. That's what I'm saying. People gonna send something and send you a little clip and try to make it more than what it is. When at every turn I have defended what I felt like was right. And you've been on the other side of that. So how am I gonna have a problem?
All right, thank you.
How? And I've been taking up to you. And I don't want you done bad like that. Come on now.
All right, thank you. I'm going to open up the lines.
Now that's offensive.
Thank you, Millie, for coming on. I'm going to finish up with the show. Thank you so much. All right, so Millie and Nique at Night both came on and they gave the opinion. Now we will open up the lines and let the people talk. 646-716-8447. Woo! Now, both got it in. And this is the thing. It's a lot of messy subscribers. because the root of this was messy folks sending sound bites to people DMs and everything like that, right? And that's why on this show, the Wiley Show, we watch a video for beginning, middle, end, take our notes, we do our commentary, because I can't go by a sound bite. I say screen. Now, sound bites are good for Instagram, right? You post it, get your clicks and views to that. But if I'm gonna do commentary, in order for me to be fair, I have to watch that video from beginning, middle, and end. Now, we will allow you on. You're coming out here to drag somebody, talk about the subject. If I feel like you're trying to get some clout and drag somebody, go on, okay? Get your own platform to do that. Everybody, don't hang up. All right, let's go to the lines. 0508, Carly on air. All right, turn me down the background. Hello? There you go. I want to be down in the background. Go ahead, Carla. What you got to say?
Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, Wiley, I know that Nique Minaj is your friend, and that's cool and all, but
no. Just stop saying that. I don't have any friends on YouTube. These are my colleagues.
Okay, let me apologize. All right, I'm sorry. She's
everybody's a colleague. I don't have any friends on YouTube. I had one, and they started a campaign. We no longer friends. I don't have a friend. Friend, you know.
Okay, so you guys are colleagues. You guys are associates.
Colleagues. We are co-workers.
Hello?
Yeah, we co-workers.
Okay, co-workers. Okay, let me just move on from that. Anyway,
okay.
So I actually listened to the entire Nique Minaj live, the 1 hour and 40 something minutes from beginning to end, because I wanted to hear for myself. She was, even though I don't care for my radio, she was shading that girl, because the minute she said, "Oh, the loudest go to the police and do all that," because I remember Armand kept saying, "Oh, these people are supposed to be all big and bad, but yet still they're running to the cops and everything." She was talking about that girl. That's all I wanted to say. She was. Nique Minaj needs to stop throwing stones and stand in her poo-poo or whatever. I don't want to mess up your bag, but she was.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. We're going to move on. All right. All right. And it could actually be, Tasha too, Tasha, but hey, 9363, Carly on air.
Hi, Wiley. How you doing?
Hey, go ahead, caller.
I'm calling because this is my issue with all of y'all. My issue is you guys have been sitting here fussing over a situation that took place with R. Kelly and Azriel Clary. That's how it started, right? All of you guys have gotten into it. All the top Black YouTubers have sat there and just dragged this whole situation out and made it messy. The problem that I'm having is you have people like Nene Leakes, you have people like Candy Bird, Dr. Heavenly, and all these different people who are sitting here. And while you guys are fussing in an area that you guys created as the top Black YouTubers, you guys are sitting here fussing over nonsense while these people are winning and taking over something that you guys built. You guys built that as the top Black YouTubers. And right now you guys are sitting here fussing, going off over pettiness when these people are here doing the big interviews. Y'all can't see that these reality stars are trying to take something that you guys built? Come on now. When does it stop? And when do you all look at that and be like, well, dang, that's true. While we're sitting here fussing, these people are taking over something that we built as the top Black YouTubers. And get it together and stop all this stuff and get back to what you guys do. Because after all, if it wasn't for you guys creating this, there wouldn't be no reality stars trying to take your spot. And that's all I have to say about that.
All right. You said what you said. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that. Thank you. Thank you for calling in. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. We're going to go to, we have Anonymous on the line. Let's go to Anonymous. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, I just want to say I 100% agree with Millie. I just started watching her, so I'm not a super fan, so I'm not being biased, but I do agree with Millie. Okay, you have to put it in perception. Excuse me, I'm nervous. But basically, Nique at Night is allied with Amal Wiggins. Amal Wiggins is basically throwing shots or shade towards Millie. Being that I'm hanging around with Amal Wiggins now, Nique at Night, you're feeding off of Amal Wiggins. You're turning out to be shady. You're turning into his ways of shadiness. So therefore, he's feeding you things, and then you're just throwing shade of not mentioning my radio. I mean, but you are entitled to mention whoever you want to on your platform, but it would have been nice to put it out there. Yeah, Tasha K, with the Millie situation as well, if you're trying to tell a story how bad Tasha K is on YouTube. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you said you don't know of her, you don't know her, and then come to find out you do watch some of her stuff. Like, we gonna call it fair to say. You was just throwing shade, but no shade because we all here for the mess. I love the mess. You guys are keeping me entertained. I had to cut off Fox News to come over here and watch it. So I want to say, keep up the job. I don't care if this is fake. I don't care. You guys are doing the damn thing. Don't stop, please. And whatever, make shirts, do everything. Keep it spinning. I do want you guys to go on a bigger platform. Be on the TV screen. Make a reality show. This is the bomb. I don't watch Atlanta Housewives. I don't watch none of that stuff, but I watch you guys and I love it. And I want to say, Wiley, great job last night on Nique at Night show and after show.
All right. Thank you so very much. Okay. The phone lines is open and the number is 646-716-8447. But the big component is when she said she was not addressing mentioning Millie, when Nique said the ones that talked aloud is get police report, get restraining orders. She's talking about people that she was raised with. That was Nique at Night words, okay? And that's what she put it so. But we're allowing people to give their opinion. All right, callers, don't hang up. Please don't have me playing in the background because we live. 9235, Carly on the air.
Hello.
Hey, go ahead, caller.
Hi, how you doing, Wiley?
Bless.
That's good. I tuned in and I watched it, and you know what? This is what I gotta say. I'm gonna say one thing: if it don't apply, then let it fly. I feel as though yes, the viewers are messy to keep the drama going. That's the whole thing. So it's like she could have DM'd Nique and be like, "Hey, what you talking about me?" That could have been smoothed out. Nobody didn't have to know nothing. It just feel like she just want to keep the drama going. And the one thing about Nique too is like everybody told you not to trust Tasha K. So you got in this situation and she wanted to share some BS with you, and this is what happens. I feel like everybody just need to do their own thing. Start having these allies with certain people. If people keep telling you about this person that starts drama, Tasha K has fallen out with everybody. So you mean to tell me when you just witness that, you still gonna be cool with her? Like, y'all weird. Do your own thing. Y'all don't need Tasha K. Who really is she? She never been to no Black YouTube, no BET, nothing. And the one thing about Millie,
she have done something for BT. She have done something for BT.
She never do anything for Black women. She always tearing down another Black woman. She did it to Lovely T. She did it Lovely T. She did it to Candace. She did it to Melly. She doing the same thing with Nick.
But she have done the
Y'all
BT.
need to just leave her alone.
Right, she have done the BT thing. I do want to say this though. Tasha K also promote Black-owned businesses because the Pangea Wash is owned by African-American women. So she does some good as well.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can do that, but she can still be the type of person that she is.
Okay. All right.
You can do all that what she wants, but she can still be the same type of person. You just need to leave her alone.
All right,
just
thank you, caller.
She's sitting back laughing at y'all.
All right, thank you, caller. We're gonna go to the next one. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day, Wiley.
All right. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Yeah, hello, Wiley.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I took it a little issue with the whole, the gay comment of constantly weaponizing the gay issue. My thing is I'm not really a big fan of Storm, But at the same time, you constantly keep on calling this man gay and saying that you believe he's gay. He has not came out one time and said that he was gay. And I think that with gay men and straight women, it's toxic femininity. You cannot constantly keep on calling a man who identifies as a straight man gay, just because he doesn't conform to what your ideology of a straight man should be. If he's not aggressive or have these toxic over hyperalized or hyper masculinity qualities, all of a sudden he's a gay man. And I just don't think that's cool. And for you to sit on your channel and say, I don't lie, I spit facts, I tell the facts, but then constantly keep calling this man gay, then no, you do lie. Because he has not once came out and said he was gay, nor has anyone came out and said that he was gay that was with him, or another man or somebody has to come out and identify you as being gay. Just because you have feminine qualities, Wiley, you know, just because a man has feminine qualities does not mean that he's gay. And just because a man is uber hyper masculine,
don't mean they straight.
Just because a man is uber hyper masculine does not mean that he's straight. Okay, right. We know some of the most masculine men in the hood be throwing their legs up in the air quicker than women.
You better
say
it.
We need to be 100%. You have to be. Stop assuming and stop categorizing what a person's personality is and saying that they're gay based off of their personality or their mannerisms, and know that gay is not a personality. It is a sexuality. It's your orientation. It's what you are attracted to internally, not externally. So I don't like that. I just don't like that. I'm tired of hearing it. Oh, he's a beard. Oh, he's
But
gay.
You know what?
It's not
What he should do.
Community, period.
What he should do is have a broader conversation on the channel. We're gonna do it over here. Have a conversation about that, because I do feel like it's a double standard. Like, even when I say I'm bisexual, women say you're not, but a woman can say that you don't question it. But when a man said it, you question it, right?
Exactly.
And I always tell that woman, I say, if you don't believe me, let's link up in a hotel room. You sign the NDA. And let me prove to you how much of a man I am. But go ahead, sir. That's easily could be proven. That easily could be proven.
And I completely agree with you. And Storm is, if a man is, and this is my issue, if this man is constantly on his channel saying how beautiful you are, how he finds your body attractive, and then he hits you up and asks you out on a date, you're saying that, well, he should know I'm not attracted to him by what I was sending him. No, that's to me, that is passive aggressive, because you can't send someone signals back and knowing that you're not attracted with them. If I'm not attracted to somebody and I know that they're attracted to me, I'm going to nip it in the bud and say, you know what? I see where this is going, and I just want you to know I don't look at you that way, but we can still be friends. It's as simple as that. You don't start asking, if they ask you what type of food you like and you tell them which type of food you don't like, that is sending false signals. You can't expect for him to assume that you are a straight. I mean, you can't expect for him to assume that if he's gay, if he's trying to holler at you and he admitted that he finds you attractive, but then you, in turn, never tell him that you don't find him attractive.
Okay, and Carla, make sure you email me so you could be on the conversation when we talk about this. So make sure you email me at Wiley Show. Let me get all these callers. Now, callers, don't hang up. All right. Don't hang up, because the phone line is gonna be closed. But don't hang up. If you already called in, do not hang
90 seconds.
All right. So 90 seconds. Everybody call in. Wait your turn. Don't hang up. Everybody gonna be heard. You ain't gotta super chat your way to the top. Anything of that foolishness. You just wait and everybody be heard. We're not in no rush. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next caller. 1922. Call you on air.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
Go ahead. Bless.
I have so much to say, but let me try to make this real quick. Okay.
60 seconds.
Who's talking about Storm just now? I get you say all feminine men are not gay, but the study shows that at least a very, 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 very high percentage of the ones that act real feminine are gay. Okay. So it's not like people are making assumptions.
What study is that, ma'am? Can you tell me the point of reference of that study? Who made that study?
What do you say?
Who? What was the name of that study?
I don't know the name of the study.
Okay, but we're gonna fact check that. Well, go ahead, man. Okay. Finish your other point.
Okay. I'll just call it a life study. I'm pretty sure everybody that's listening probably can agree with. Do you not agree with it, Wiley?
I don't agree with it. No.
That a high percentage of men.
I don't.
A high percentage of men that act
10
feminine.
seconds.
Not all of them are gay, but a high percentage of men that act feminine are gay or bisexual. Am I wrong?
Okay.
Or you don't agree?
No, I don't agree. Well, I can put it like this: women that got very deep voices eat punani that sound like Hulk Hogan. They ain't into one. They ain't into men. They ain't into other women that got high deep voices. You know, you do got some women out here with some very baritone voices out there. Okay, I'm just saying. Should I just say it's a study?
Okay, we can say the same thing about women too. I mean, I'm not discriminating. I'm not discriminating. Trust, I am.
But go ahead, sister. Finish your point. Go ahead. Finish your point.
Okay, cool. Okay, so then back to the Millie, which I don't watch, but tonight, wow, everyone's talking about Tasha being manic. Millie sounds very manic, and to try to act like Nique had to come in and address her. Why should Nique have to come in and address her on the Wiley Show? This is the Wiley Show, not the Nique Show. She was real pressed about Nique addressing her, but she always kept saying she don't care, but she cared. That, make it make sense. Make sense.
Thank you so much.
She sound real manic. Everybody who's talking about Tasha K, everyone who's talking about Tasha K and say she's so irrelevant needs to listen to themselves because they're talking about Tasha K. That makes her relevant.
All right. Thank you, caller. We're gonna move on. Okay. All right. 0842, call you on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey,
it's me. I'm calling in, and I do have I'm not going to be long, but I do have some things to say. I really do not appreciate the fact that you take time out of your day to bash Storm, knowing daggone well that you and Armand got something going on.
And I wonder if Armand. What do you mean by bash?
Yes.
Can you elaborate? Bash. Last time I named, he's not injured, but go ahead.
Oh, Armand?
No, you talking about
secret lover, but
you talking about no, Armand. It's not my secret lover. That's a lie.
Well, that is not a lie because
that's a lie. You're talking to someone, and I'm telling you that's a lie. Even he said we're not lovers or secret lovers. We never had that type of conversation.
You've been sending him little screenshots of your little man, your little itty bitty.
Who said that? Did he say? Did he show you?
If you are on Armand's Patreon, are you a paid member of his Patreon?
I'm not on his Patreon.
So then, okay, you've been exposed. Anyway, like
wait. So you're saying to me on the Mild Wiggins Patreon, something of me is on there?
Yes, you in his DM showing off your little.
Who? Are Mild Wiggins have a Patreon?
Wiener.
No, who? I was in Mild Wiggins DMs. No, that's not true. We're blocked.
The eggplant. If y'all seen Wiley's little meat.
No. You brought. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, ma'am. You brought up said of Mild Wiggins Patreon. Last time I checked, he don't even have a Patreon. So what Patreon are you on?
Yes, he does. He does have one. So what are you talking about?
He have a Patreon? No, he don't, ma'am.
Yes, $4.99 a month, boo boo.
Patreon, or you talking about membership on YouTube?
Wherever we paying to see the stuff that he won't post up live. But it's okay. You can be defensive because you don't want Armand's boyfriend to come and slap your ass.
No, ma'am. He can't do that. I'm going to get you off the line because you're lying, okay? No one ever showed no meat over there. Now, you got to send me an email to apologize for your foolish behavior, okay? Send me an email and show me the receipts that I was in his DM showing my Peter Pecker, showing my Long D, showing the Mr. D, showing the Chocolate D. Show me that receipt, okay? Reach out to the producers, and we'll bring you back on because you must be drinking that stuff that with some Jolly Ranchers and some cough syrup, because you're sounding very belligerent right now because you said, quote, that he had a Patreon. Clearly, he don't have a Patreon. I don't believe that. So make sure you hit the link. We're going to get you off the air, ma'am. Okay? Thank you. Moving on. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley. I was actually talking about the Mob Radio and the Nique at Night, but the guy that came on before me, I would like to touch on that subject with Thorn. Now, I do agree with him because actually today I went back and I was watching, you know, when you and Storm used to do the lives together. And, you know, one of them, you know, Armand was talking about calling him gay and stuff like that. And you defended him. You defended Storm. You said that that's not right. He should not do that and everything else. But the moment that he stopped doing the 2 men to the lady, like you jumped on that. So saying he's gay and all this other kind of stuff. And honestly, I don't think that he's gay. You know, I have a coworker, and believe it or not, I thought my coworker was gay. You know, and like he would ask me to go out and stuff like that. But I'm thinking that he just want to hang out as, you know, coworkers or homeboy or homegirl or whatever. And when I told him one day, no, you know, I thought you was gay, and he was like, what? And he got so offended. But then I found out about his background. You know, like he went to a white school, you know, so when you grow up, you know, going to white schools and, you know, around, you know, white people and all that, your personality is not like the typical black person. So I was wrong for assuming that he was gay when he wasn't. And I just think it's the same way with Storm. He just grew up, you know, a different way. You know, so I got that out, but I do want to jump on the Millie and the Nique at Night. First off, Nique at Night, she did jump on the phone off top with an attitude. So I can understand why Mob Radio caught an attitude, because while she was talking, I was looking at my phone like, dang, she got all this mouth right now, but Tasha was weighing her and she didn't have nothing to say. Like, this is crazy to me. So, I mean, I just thought that, you know, was crazy how she had so much mouth today, but Tasha drug her through mud, through mountains, everything, and she didn't have that much mouth then. So,
all right, thank you so much.
I wanted to say.
Thank you.
All right. All right.
I don't care if he gay, whatever. I just did commentary. That's his business. 5263, call you on the air. 5263 202, you live. 543-21. All right. 4065, you live on the air. 4065 917. Hello. Okay. 1069, you live on the air.
Hey.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, Wiley. How are you today?
Doing well. Go ahead, sister.
That's good. I just recently started watching you, and I've watched Nique for a while, and I've watched Tasha K. I was a wino, and then I unsubscribed to her because the lies are just crazy. What I wanted to say is I wanted to touch on something that one of your callers had said a few minutes ago. It was a male caller, and he said that he thought that Nique was sending him, you know, mixed signals or leading him on. I, as a woman, can speak on that topic. I don't know why he feels like he can. I just want to say that there are times that women want to be nice and cordial to someone without cussing them out or making them feel, you know, some kind of way, like in a jilted way. And that's how Nique handled it. Like, she wasn't rude to the dude, but at the same time, she never in any of those text messages ever gave him an idea that she was interested in him. His sexuality don't even matter. Whether he's gay, straight, bi, whatever, that's his business. Like, everybody seems to touch on that and get away from the real topic. I know I got to go because I'm just running my mouth, but another thing too, Tasha is a smooth talker. She knows how to spin the narrative and spin any situation and convince people that it's true. And she does lie. And yes, I heard Azriel say bloggers like Tasha K make they shit up and put it in bits and pieces together and come up with a story other than her story. So basically that is calling her a liar. So Nique reported what she reported, and as Lil Bootsy would say, I'm just doing my job. That's all. Fake news. I'm on Nique's side with this, and I think she handled her comeback with class. She wasn't all ratchet, cussing people out, using foul, derogatory language, making herself look all crazy. Tasha don't know how to handle herself. She needs to take a lesson in some class. I'm tired of these winos. Bye. I'm tired of them. Bye.
All right. Thank you so very much. 3939, calling you on air.
Hey, Wiley, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, passing the bliss. I was just doing 3 Minute a Lady with you last night.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I called in because I was watching you at work. These people is wilding out here. I want these people to go outside, get a switch off the tree, bring it back in here so I can cut your behind and put you to bed. Y'all acting a goddamn fool in here in this chat. But I just wanted to say, other than that, Storm, his sexuality, I feel like he acts to me not like a gay man or hyper feminine. He acts like a white boy, a nerdy white boy. That's how he kind of acts. So I don't think he's gay because the man ain't say he wasn't gay. I don't care. But the people that calling him gay is because the women are mad because Storm ain't checking for them, and the men are mad because they want to be with him. So they're worried about his sexuality for one of them two reasons. Nique at Night, I feel like she is lying. I feel like Nique at Night is lying. She was checking for Storm because in them text messages, she said, well, when you coming? Yeah, I drink. I eat anything but seafood. She was checking for him, and she had every intention of going out with that man when he came there. And he probably could have got some broke off. She probably would have broke him off some. But she's lying. She was checking for him. And I think the only thing that I disagree with on Millie is that I'm Southern, and the way I came up, where I raised my kids, you don't walk in nobody's house and don't speak to them. So she was right to come in here and address you. This is your platform. Other than that, I think that's it. And I'm going to cut all y'all behind. Bye to you too.
All right. So what I gathered from
Wiley.
this, thank you. It was a lot of message subscribers. And of course, Millie addressed it. How I would have handled it, you could have reached out via DM to Nique. But of course, that's how I would have handled it. Millie handled it the Millie way, right? So it was good that both ladies came on the show, talked their issues out. But at the same time, it's not an issue because what I gathered from Millie said no, she was just making a public statement to address her supporters and those people that sent her DMs. So that's what I gathered from it. And Nique were able to respond to whatever else was going on. But regardless of what the situation on the piece that I want to focus on right quick, if you're talking about Storm, what he does, right? I don't care half it. You could be just like this. Girl, how y'all doing? My name Wiley. Y'all tuning to the Wiley Show. And I can leave this camera and just smash. That don't make me gay unless I am sleeping with men. You cannot just judge me by mannerisms alone. Okay? I could be up here, okay, and just once I leave this, having a whole orgy with about 4 or 5 women. You gotta be careful with that. You gotta be careful judging people how they sound. Don't judge a man on how he sound. Because you get you a man, hey, what up, girl? How you doing, girl? You know I want to hit that deep voice all deep. How you doing, ladies out there? All my ladies out there in the chat. What up, dope? And when you get him in the bedroom, he gets it in. He throwing his legs back for another man. So you really can't judge him by voice and mannerism alone. You need to investigate. You need to make sure he like you only, and make sure, because you really just can't just judge by voice alone. Because I know a lot of deep voice guys, and they call them the trade in the gay community. Somebody that don't typically look gay, they look straight, and they call them trade. You gotta be careful with trade, because sometimes they love it that way, but they don't want to be exposed out in the open. You possibly could lose your life, because some of these guys, it was some gays that saw the trade at the gas station. They invited the trade to come to their house, and he brought a weapon, and he did, and a couple of folks did not make it out there alive. So you got to be careful with it. It could be real, real tricky. But what I'm saying is, you don't know what a person is, especially if you're watching them on computers and on the internet. And speaking about that, it was an interview with Oprah Winfrey. She was interviewing artist, right? She was interviewing that basketball player. What was that basketball player she was interviewing? The basketball player, and she kept alluding to that basketball player. I think he played for the Bulls. I don't know who he played for. And she kept saying, I think you're gay, and are you gay, and all that. And she was really judging him by earrings, by his hair, by this, by that. And Dennis Rodman, right? And it went viral, and they was talking about toxic femininity. I think that's the type of word. You know, they come with all these type of terms. So we definitely want to have that conversation. Is it possible that folks can look like both? Is it possible to be feminine and smashing women? Is it possible to do it? Now, why, we will have another show. Why is it that women that like women don't really get judged the way if a man say, hey, but if you women like women and men, they don't get judged. It's likable, it's desirable speaking in society. But if a man like me say I like both, you question it all day long. And I don't care if you question it, because I tell the ladies all the time, my DM, if you don't believe me, you can hit the line, book your flight, you pay for a hotel room, I come sign the NDA, and I will prove to you how much of a man I am. If you want some evidence, if you want proof that I go that way. It's easy to resolve, because we can resolve this right now. Hit the plane, book the hotel room, book the Airbnb, and we can resolve that. Period, point blank. So we're going to have another conversation. What time is it? I think we're going to go back live after this live, because I want to have that conversation, because I see so many women that say that and they don't believe in bisexuality. But when you bring up another women rarely be discussed when you talk about bisexuality. They always focus on men, even with down low men. They never hardly have a conversation about down low women. So let's have that type of conversation. So at the end of the day, whether what side you're on, whether you're on left or right, we don't know what Storm is doing in his bedroom. You know why? Because we ain't in his bedroom 24/7. We don't know what he doing. Only person that know what Storm doing, that's Storm and God. The eyes of the Lord is in every place, right? Them the only two people that know for sure what he does. We don't know unless we get evidence and receipts to prove your editing is just what it is, a rumor, your opinion. Like everybody got a nostril, everybody got an opinion, right? So if you whatever you want to say, it is what it is. But if I was Brother Storm, producer, I would say let's turn this mess into a message, and let's have a panel. Bring Tasha, bring myself, bring different ones, and talk about, bring a bisexual person, bring a straight person, bring a trans woman, and just drive a conversation, because a lot of women are not really educated on it. Just like a sister came on here and said it was a study that said feminine men are high. There is a high possibility that they gay. And I asked her, what was the name of that study? She said, I don't know the name. It was a life study. I said, a life study? No, that was your experience. Let's just say that. But she tried to sound smart and said it was a study. Was it from Harvard? Was it from Howard? Was it from any of these top universities? Was it from the CDC? The American Journal Society? Was it what was the study for? And she got up and said it was the life study. So we want to shout out Mob Radio. We want to shout out, of course, Nique at Night. We want to shout out the Winos. We want to shout out the B&B squad, the Mob Wiggins team. We want to shout out everybody that was mentioned in this live, even those that don't agree with me. I'm still a supporter of y'all content, because guess what? I got to give me another notebook. I got to call my friend and tell her give me another notebook, because I'm running out of pages. I take my notes. And y'all know when I interviewed Tasha K, she ain't like it that I had my notebook. But I gonna take my notes. So if you want to be a part of that panel and hit the link, send me some messages, send me some questions. I got it right then and there, because we going live after this live, right? So yes, I did say it was a life study. I'm just as smart as these universities. All right, Miss T, meet Miss T, I want you to make sure you hit the link and hit that email address, and we can definitely bring you on. Let's talk about it then. Definitely. Millie lives. They talking about Millie, but of course, at the end of the day, y'all can say what y'all want to say. Y'all are watching these content creators, all right? I don't get offended when people with no pictures talk bad about me, because if you can't show your face, ain't no use in me getting angry with you. And to that lady that said, Amar Wiggins, you sent a picture of your Peter Pecker and your ping to him on Patreon. Where the receipts? Because last time I checked, he ain't got a Patreon. He got membership. And I know he ain't putting that on his membership, because you can't do that. Because that never happened. What a receipt. You see, I ain't take that back. And Amar Wiggins came to his audience and he said, quote, don't go over there because he love it when my supporters go over there, because he gets a hard on when my supporters go over there. They still don't listen to him. He put the order out. And they still want to call in, because you know why? They are able to speak on the Wiley Show, and they don't even have to super chat they way to the top. We do a show, we don't rush off. They able to speak. I didn't cut them off, and that's why they able to come over here. But if you're going to come over here, make sure you come with that receipt to back it up. So let me play my little intro. I got to show y'all the intro again. We trying to get it together because I got to get my soundboard together. We going to get that. I'm learning how to do all this new stuff for the radio show that we're doing because we on Blog Talk Radio. Let me get the intro really, really quickly. Where is that at? There we go. Let me let y'all hear this right quick.
Exclusive. That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't go. Keep it going.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all after this. If you want to be added to the text list, let me make sure I put that number up on there. If you got any celebrity gossip, you want to be messy and send me some tea, you want to send it to the text, you can definitely text us at 972-674-9462. Again, that number is 972-674-9462. And you can put notify, and everybody will be notified when we go live. If this is your first time watching the Wiley Show, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now, post where you're watching from. We got to do that before we go. I love doing that. I love to see where everybody watching from. Show us where y'all watching from. Represent your city right now before y'all go. We got 400+ million people watching. Make sure y'all represent y'all city right now. We got South Carolina. We got Georgia in the house. We got Washington, D.C. We got DMV. We got New York City. We got Virginia Beach. Thank you to my radio for the super chat. Thank you, Millie, for your support. We got Homestead, Florida. We got Cleveland, Ohio. We got South Carolina. We got Baltimore. We got Vegas. We got North Carolina. We got Paris. We got Florida. We got the Bay Area, Atlanta, Mississippi. We got Orlando, Florida, Louisiana, Atlanta. We got Houston. We got Mob Fam. We got New York City. We got Memphis. We got Canada in the house. We got North Carolina. We got Vegas. We got Cleveland. We got Florida. We got Jamaica. We got New Jersey. All right. Militopia. We got London. We got LA. We got North Carolina. We got the Bronx. We got Minnesota. And we got Chicago. And we got none other than Philadelphia. Right? Okay, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody. And represent loud. Let's bring this to a close.
Yeah, hope y'all had a good time on the Wiley Show. And as always, hit that cash app at Marquise Wiley 28. That's MarquisWiley 28. Hit us up at PO Box 701122 Dallas, Texas 75370. Follow Wiley on Instagram at Wiley Show. Until then, see you next time.